come out at night. The things come out at night. The things come out at night.
Discos don't open till after dark, and it ain't till 12 till the party really starts. And I always had to be home by 10, right before the fun was about to begin. Crowds of people lined up inside and out, just one reason, to rock the house. But in the daytime, the streets were clear. You couldn't find a good freak anywhere, cause
the things come out at night. The things come out at night. The things come out at night.
freaks come out.
The things come out at night. The things come out at night. The things come out at night. The things come out at night.
Freaks come out.
The things come out at night.
Now when freaks get dressed to go out at night, they like to wear leather jackets, chains and spikes. They wear rips and zippers all in their shirts. Real tight pants and fresh mini skirts. All kinds of colors running through their hair. And you can just about spot a freak anywhere. But then again, you could know someone all their life. They might not know they're a freak unless you see them at night, cause
the things come out at night. The things come out at night. The things come out at night.
freaks come out.
The things come out at night. The things come out at night. The things come out at night. The things come out at night.
Freaks come out.
The things come out at night.
Now the party's jumping, the place is packed, and when the crowd's like this, I'm ready to rap. But before I can buzz around on the mic, freaks are all over me like white on rice. Freaks come in all shapes, sizes, and colors, but what?
I was walking through the crowd and I seen her with a team. I tapped her on the shoulder and said, girl, I like them jeans. I told her, shorty, shorty, go, shorty, shorty, go, shorty, shorty, go, shorty, shorty, go. She was dancing like a stripper, so I had to throw some more. She winked her eye at me and said, it's time to have some fun. I told her, shorty, shorty, go, shorty, shorty, go, shorty, shorty, go, shorty, shorty, go.
Out the stage, walk through the crowd, move, drunk her in the white, blowing on that loud. Shorty said something, but the music was too loud. I told her, come here, girl, get out the crowd. Bring your team, come fuck with my team. Tell her what she 4 bottles of goose and 30 wings. And now she all up on me whispering these dirty things. Want me to make her sing, just like the birdies sing. La la la. Ring for a ring, girl, you free. Whoa, when the eye at me and said, burning quizzily. Shabby in the hill, shorty, we gon' party round 3. And now I got her whole team screaming, Shabby.
I was walking through the crowd and I seen her with a team. I tapped her on the shoulder and said, girl, I like them jeans. I told her, shorty, shorty, go, shorty, shorty, go, shorty, shorty, go, shorty, shorty, go. She was dancing like a stripper, so I had to throw some more. She winked her eye at me and said, it's time to have some fun. I told her, shorty, shorty, go, shorty, shorty, go, shorty, shorty, go, shorty, shorty, go. Girl, what you gon' do to me? Take your freaky top out the sun, call me VIP. I told her that I want her, then I asked her, can I have her? You really get it, I hope you don't mind if I grab you. Because I came to have fun and I took her home and I smashed her and then I'm done with her. This happens every night. Oh yeah, yeah. I was walking through the crowd and I seen her with her team. I tapped her on the shoulder and said, girl, I like them jeans. I told her, shorty, shorty, go, shorty, shorty, go, shorty, shorty, go, shorty, shorty, go. She was dancing like a stripper, so I had to throw some more. She winked her eye at me and said, it's time to have some fun. I told her, shorty, shorty, go, shorty, shorty, go, shorty, shorty, go, shorty, shorty, go. Go, shorty, shorty, go, shorty, shorty, go. I know I see you, shorty, shorty, and it could be fun. I was walking around the club cause I ain't had nothing to do. I tapped her on the shoulder and said, girl, I like them shoes. She was dancing like she working at GC. Say her name was Tasha and her whole girl name was Bridget. Man started calling, so you know he got 40. So I told her, go, man, that was for encouragement. I was walking through the crowd and I seen her with her team. I tapped her on the shoulder and said, girl, I like them jeans. I told her, shorty, shorty, go, shorty, shorty.
Let's go for another round. Trapper Down, CTA, the affiliates. Gangsta Brazil.
Y'all niggas didn't believe us. We had a girl in mind. Set the streets on fire. Think we accomplished gangsta Brazil.
Here I stand, I'm grown ass man, all by myself, grown ass man. A young nigga with some grown ass plans. Don't point fingers, you don't know that man. You don't know it's hard, you don't know it's pain. You ain't looking through that scope, you don't know it's aim. Minus all the videos, stickers and flyers. Hey, most of these rappers are
Gangsta Brazil. We make quality street music. Something you can ride to.
Trendsetter.
I don't care what you represent.
Gangsta grill.
Gangsta Brazil.
Here I stand, I'm grown ass man, all by myself, grown ass man. A young nigga with some grown ass plans. Don't point fingers, you don't know that man. You don't know it's hard, you don't know it's pain. You ain't looking through that scope, you don't know it's aim. Minus all the videos, stickers and flyers. Hey, most of these rappers are compulsive liars. They can't help it.
I mean, we in here, baby. What's up? They done let a nigga get his old channel back. What's up, baby?
Boy, 95 Air Max on. Talk to him. Came from up the road, boy, you know we test home.
All my old content is all there.
Whole thing hit me on the platform. Hood nigga, hot Cheeto with a snack on. Hood nigga, it ain't nothing to get you at home. Trap nigga serving back to back, John. Rap nigga wanna be a trap nigga clone. Standing in the kitchen with my white beater on. Selling gold back to back, screen, drop it all there. What's all there? Just ran through the bag, it's all there. All there. If you wanna buy half, it's all there. 28, 36, 1,000, all there. Back to back, straight, drop it all there. What's all there? Just ran through the check, it's all there. All there. If you wanna buy half, it's all there. Yeah, 100 in my pocket, pay faces, all there. Run around and ain't seeing this shit. Getting more scope, I will be in this bitch. Automatic, I don't need a key up in it, bitch.
Say, Dro, man. Hey, Dro. Hey, man, what you got to say about these niggas, man? Wonder where the fuck you been, man? Where they can find you? Hey! I ain't got no roof. What? I ain't got no roof. Turn it. We be in the city. All my bitches with it. Oh, where you home? Oh, where you home? Hey, we in the city. All my bitches with it. Where you been? My Crips in the city. Oh, what cracking car? My blood's in the bitty. Guns up in Rebel House.
Yeah. Scoochie. What's up, buddy? Yellow everything this time, you know what I'm talking about? Yellow rims, yellow big booty, yellow bones, yellow rounds.
Lifestyle, might don't make it. Waste nigga like high, everyday click. Waste, sleeping on purpose, stuff rolling up stank. Waste, wake up in the morning, 10 o'clock drink. Waste. Party, let's all get wasted. Take it from me, baby girl, do it one night. Waste, I'm so wasted, she's so wasted. Shut up, tell her, send me 20 more chains. Like Whitney, eating like Britney. You just don't hit it, but you don't like shit. And you know, papa, geeked up crazy. Still Sprite, paint, don't waste.
What up, man? What up, man? What's happening, man? How y'all been? What's up, man? Hold on, let me pause my little music. Right quick. What's up, man? What's up? Let me first, I got my boy Tyson in the background. What's up? So this is what's kind of, I gotta have to explain something. So first of all, they terminated this channel over 3 years ago, right?
Tice told me that they reverse the removal of channels for medical misinformation, right? And so I was like, okay, you know, he had told me about it. I looked into it. I saw an article, but you know, so about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, they took my other channel that I had made like thousands. I ain't gonna say thousands, about like another 600-700 videos I had made, right? They took that channel, right? And then when they took that channel, I was like, all right, whatever. You know, they got me, right? So then I come back and, you know, I'm like, well, man, let me go ahead and make another channel. They took that one. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just chill. You know what I'm saying? I have another channel. I talk about it. I ain't even say nothing about it right now. I ain't even go there because I don't know what's going on. I don't know what happened. But let me say this: glad to be back. I'm gonna back up all my content and put it over on Rumble. I'm gonna connect the channel. I'm gonna do that today. I'm gonna connect this channel to Rumble, and I'm gonna put all my content over to Rumble. And I'm gonna just, you know, I really, to be honest with you, man, like I hadn't really been doing no crazy content on YouTube, man. So it's kind of, most of the time I would jump over to Rumble, but you know, it is what it is, bro. It's, I feel like, you know what I feel like? I feel like Braveheart at the end. Kiss the cloak of my garment and you will feel no more. Like, that's how I feel, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, man, why y'all doing me like this, man? You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I forgot I had 800 or some videos. They done took about 4,000 subscribers. I do not know why. Hey, I'm just glad to be here. So it is what it is. I'm gonna just use this channel as a springboard to get myself back where I used to be. I'm sure a lot of people aren't getting the content, aren't getting any alerts. If they are, hey, it is what it is. I changed my little avatar. Y'all can kind of see when I talk. You know what I'm saying? I found my old portfolio. So I was like, you know what? Let me put my old content up here. Shout out to Raygun. First of all, I got to give a shout out before I let Tice up. I wouldn't even knew this channel was back. I maybe I need to check my email. I might have deleted it, didn't know it. But Muhammad, shout out to the homie Muhammad. He saw it on YouTube, jumped over to Rumble, commented, and I clicked on it. He said, hey man, your old channel back. I was like, what? So I go look. I was like, happy damn. They gave my old channel back. So, you know, I really, 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 really am going to be more stringent, way more stringent than before. So, and I'm also probably certain subjects I'm just probably not going to touch for a while. Like if I touch them, I'm going to go definitely straight over to Rumble and if I really got something I really got to say. But it's been a lot of stuff I've been wanting to talk about, man. You know what I'm saying? Whole lot of stuff I want to talk about. I did want to talk about it. I mean, this whole Candace stuff. Obviously, Candace commentary is very hot right now as far as getting you a strike or getting you messed with. So I'm gonna just probably, if I do a Candace video, I'm just gonna introduce over here and jump over to what's her name. So I won't talk about her. Won't talk about this whole Charlie Kirk assassination stuff. Won't talk about that. None of that, man. I'm really just gonna chill for a while and just chill. Let me let the homie Tice up. My partner in crime. What's up, brother? What's up with you, man? You there? You muted.
Okay, no. I was trying to unmute myself, man. Congratulations! Happy to be of some assistance. Yeah. Wow. You got the old crew here. What up, though? G, Doug, Rainy,
yeah, man. I got Rainy. Yeah.
Yeah,
what really bothers me, I had a lot of people that rock with me hard that didn't know I had the other channel. So I built up the other channel. Now the people over there that rock with me hard don't know I'm over here. So it's like, you know what I'm saying?
I've begged you, man. There's got to be something you content creators, I don't know.
Well, actually, since this has happened, I've actually found some other stuff. So I'm gonna start pubbing. My brother told me to there's a platform, it looks just like YouTube. And what I'm gonna do is it's gonna automatically pull my content down. So
You told me. Yeah.
yeah, my brother told me about it's like some little AI stuff they got now that'll do everything for me. So
No,
I'm gonna talk to him, tell him I got my channel back. Then I'm gonna talk to him about getting everything migrated over there. So next time I got everybody's emails, phone numbers.
right.
That
That's
way
what I'm
I need to collect emails because this is the thing. Like a lot of people that really are like rock with me, not necessarily. I don't even know if the channel's still monetized. Probably not monetized anymore. I can care less about that. But
let's see.
because I think they demonetized the channel last time.
The audience would know, the chat would know if they see the cash. I'm in the StreamYard, so I'm not looking at it. But yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Especially with your database background, I was gonna say, like I wonder if there's got to be a way y'all being content creators can collect either. Like I've noticed, like I don't like it that YouTube has been. Let me use my big word for Friday today. Has been vacillating between how your YouTube screen name appears, like
yeah, I noticed that. Yeah,
yeah, but even just having that, there's got to be some kind of AI bot that collects these at whatever, right? Or that can like scrub, excuse me, that could scrub the screen. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Raygun, damn, well, what's good, Raygun? Raygun says it's not, but who cares?
I got another channel I'm gonna put in the chat eventually, but right now I'm not doing nothing. But
man,
because I at least want to get my. But when I go back live, probably next week, man, it's a lot of stuff that happened, man. One of my teammates died this week. I'm like, God dang, man, folks, black men dropping down. They not even 50, bro.
Black men dropping down. We're gonna talk about Mr. Brown Sugar. I mean,
oh man, I wanted to go live so bad when he died.
I mean,
Lord, I was hurt by that, bro.
Yeah, man.
I mean, you know what D'Angelo represented for us Generation X guys?
Yeah,
man.
I mean,
let me tell you, bro. Like,
what's sad? I know they work together, but I mean, I don't like. Obviously, I'm dealing
Angie
with
Stone.
it.
Yeah,
right. She was last year. Then what I'm dealing with my parent or my mother. I mean, this is, dude. Then Ricky Hatton, the boxer.
Yeah, I didn't know that. How old was
he killed him. I mean, sorry, sub. I'm already messing up the channel already. He deleted himself. I was following that dude. I liked Ricky Hatton, man. 40s.
Oh,
deleting yours? Yeah, it just got released.
But see, you got to understand, it's kind of like with Junior Seau. Like, it's one of those.
That's enough, dude.
That's what I'm saying. It's like one of those situations where if you get all this head trauma, then you struggle with depression. You might not be that type of person, but you might not run in your family. But if you have that type of head trauma into your head, your brain rewires itself, and you got all types of synapses and stuff messed up in your head. There you go. You know what I'm saying?
Let me send this channel to Friedman right now. He wanted to go out with me. Well, anyway, boy, there's been so much. There's been so much that I've avoided in the news. Literally, there's of course the straight up N-wordedry that we always encounter. Both online and in real life. You got the Trump peace thing. Where even
I mean, Trump. I kind of bagged off on Trump a little bit. I mean, I still think he's a decent president, but I'm not the biggest Trump guy like I was. You know what I'm saying?
Likewise, and I'm not saying it because you're saying it, but at the same time, I always face people with skepticism, and I will still take that particular area we cannot name or whatever. Despite the fact that they control him, I will still take him over the other option that we had.
Oh, of course. I mean, I still
down.
But put it like this: Trump still has the opportunity to be probably the greatest president of my lifetime. I mean, I think that, and that's because presidents are whack all the way around, both Democrats and Republicans, when it comes to being controlled, if you know what I mean, right? But I just want, at the end of the day, it just, it's really been resonating with me with Trump, with some of the stuff I'm seeing, because I know, I'm like, no, given his personality and given what those people are doing in certain other countries that will not be named, you can clearly see he's under control of somebody.
Well, we know that, but let's get on a lighter thing real quick. I was going through some of your old catalog during my stand-up when you sent me this link. Oh my God. You had some, I don't know. I'm not. This is your channel. It was just a suggestion. I saw my man the Jay Hines show,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute. There was brothers that had problems with this. You had another show.
Man, Jay Hines came on my channel. I'm about to get that video. I always be talking about these old videos. I got to go back through my stuff. Because there's a video I did with him, and they was in the comments dragging them, brother, man. And I was like,
you know what? We can
why
actually
y'all
see.
got a problem with Jay Hines?
I wish I could. Let's see. I wish I could. Hold on a second. Subs original channel is on. Here's the link. Here's the link. Dude, let me just say this, and I don't know. Well, G Dizzle, let me ask you a question from here, because before I even met G Dizzle, he was the only person I ever saw going off on Tariq, right?
Yeah.
Then I finally encountered you. I'm like, finally, there's some brothers that's going off on this. And I guess my question for G, if he's still out there, is, do you have as much disdain for Tariq as I do, or is it just funny? And the reason I bring that up is another one of your old videos is, oh my God, I got to find the title for this. You mind? It'll trigger some conversation. You mind sharing your screen and going through your old things? It was something about black crime doesn't exist. It's white supremacy that is the problem. And he was debating a white dude. Do you remember this show? Yeah, hit your lives. I think it's in your lives. Oh, and while you're looking for that, I of course watched that LeBron James video with you and Hoop, and it was some clown you were debating with. It's in the middle. Keep going down. And he had basically said that
Oh man, this doggone Swim Thick. I forgot all about that.
What's Swim Thick?
It's this event they have in Houston, man. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Well, thick girls jumping in the pool.
Oh man, my old Kevin Samuels video. They done took that down, I bet.
They did it.
They probably took that down.
I doubt if they did that. Where was it? It was, if you just do a Control F for, I think you called it WS. Yeah, here's Jay Hines' video right there. And then you did a subsequent video on Why Do Brothers Hate Style. I can answer that question for you. Oh, even on the hip hop thing, dude, as much as I like Cameron, I don't like Cameron outside of being an artist. I think he is the epitome of a chatty patty, you know.
I pissed him off with this one. Wait a minute, not this one. This video and this videos caused so much drama. I got a lot of people that came at me.
What is this about?
Because I talked about that dude Elliot Rogers. And then
refreshing my memory.
Elliot Rogers, the guy in Santa Barbara or wherever that went on that shooting spree.
Oh,
and then I did a case study when Kevin Samuels was scared to really talk to Nicki Minaj.
Oh, you called him out on that?
Yeah, I called him out. I was like, I told y'all how he was, but you know, rest in peace to the brother.
But, yeah. He knew he made a great business decision on that one.
Yeah, he was thinking about his future, which I didn't really blame him for that. Oh, it's some stuff I done forgot.
You had one. Oh no, dude, I can't believe the Tariq video, dude. It has a picture of a biscuit with butter. I'm like, I need to use that as an avatar. It was a great picture, I think. Oh man, this is why does BMF?
I responded to Machiavelli Mills.
Who?
This dude I used to watch his content when he had like 60 subscribers. This dude that went to Mississippi Valley State. I like this content, but then he a liberal. He a liberal now. I can't rock with him.
Dude, I'm so much. It was something I was gonna say about the hip hop scene that was going on, but how do I say this?
Oh man, of this stuff I don't forgot, bro.
Yeah, it's been a month. Is it over for the black community?
This one I had gave it up. Like it stopped really because I was upset with him for about a year. Then I kind of like let it went, and I started making content on his taking up for him when with Kevin Samuels. And then when he died, I was really pissed off how all the emails was dragging.
I can't believe I can't find this. It was an up higher your Tariq thing, and
it was.
G, I think we can all agree. I'm gonna give credit where it's due. I'm not like these people who, like, somebody was telling me when I said Angel Reese. I don't know if you've heard this latest controversy. Apparently, Angel Reese is did a Victoria's Secret show, right? And a guy like me said, I think this is her path. I think she should start her OnlyFans. And I was called all types of haters and all that. And I'm like, why are y'all calling me a hater? She's the one who complains about being objectified, but she's doing a lingerie show, right? Yeah. And the main point is that how the logic of black people, I've been consuming, I won't say a lot of it. I've been seeing a lot of Anton after hours hits. Hey, man, if you want to get depressed, watch that, man. You got young black men, like 25 and basically under 30, at least I would think, who are saying the reason why black people commit crimes is because they po. And I'm like, there it is right there. There it is right there. Tariq says 100% of crime is because of white supremacy. You should play like your first. I may have this open in another window. Right when the butter biscuit. It's right after your music. Slide the bar because I remember where it was, and you just bust out laughing and even bust out right after the 9 in your address. Right after the 9.
Yo, I got a lot, man.
Okay, right before the biscuit changes. All right, here you
go. Okay. You working on that certification, Cisco Certified Network Associate certification. Good luck with that, brother. Good luck with that. Not being facetious, I really mean it. All right, so I was gonna go live last night and talk about it, but I was tired, man. My body, I'm aching, man. I'm doing like I hired this. What do you call it? Like men's physique coach, fitness coach. So I'm working out way heavier than what I don't work out heavy. I don't. I may look strong. I don't work out heavy. You know what I'm saying? And so when you see me in a certain shirt or something, it's all fitted. You can see me like it look like I'm all big. It's just an illusion. I'm not really that.
That's when I was on that TRT too.
Well, I ain't gonna say I'm not really that strong, but I ain't just the big nigga that be in there benching all these heavy ass weights and shit. So lately I've been benching pretty heavy. So watch this here. Watch this. I want y'all to check this out. Let me put the mic back over here. I want y'all to check this out because this
after your reaction comes, speak on it.
Crazy.
Bad people are going to
no.
This is my next question. If corruption is so rampant and we're able to hold down whatever minority, we'll just say the black people. If corruption is so rampant and we're able to suppress the black people so much, then why is there still black crime?
Yeah. Why is there black crime? There's crime everywhere. What do you mean? Why?
Now you're deflecting because the black crime is higher.
Oh, I want you to hear your own reaction.
Like let's keep it a buck. Like where there are black people, there will be crime. Let's not act like there's no such thing. Now he's gonna literally for the sake of winning this argument, completely deny crime. Watch this.
Why is this black crime?
I agree with you. I agree with you. There's crime everywhere. I'm saying as an example, if what you're saying is true and we're so corrupt, we plant evidence, we take all the gang members down. If that's the case, why do they get out on bail? Why do the cases get dropped? And why is there still black people killing black people? Because according to you, we're in the position where we just take them all down with our corruption. So they both can.
I didn't take a wrench, bro. If you don't have a wrench, it's just from my old channel. So if you had a wrench, don't take it personal. And then I'll get it. When I get a chance, I'll come back and give wrenches out and stuff. This is the old 3.5-year-old channel.
I was responding to that for you.
Well, yeah, this channel was taken away from me years ago. So I just got this channel back. I have another channel, but I'm not going to really go into. I'll probably put the link over there later for that. But so if the wrenches are all mixed up now, don't take it personal. I'll fix it. Sorry, guys. Let's go.
Exists at the same time. It's either we're super corrupt and we take them all down, or
take them all down. Take them all down. How? No. What do you mean take them all down? You're not taking anybody all down. See, the thing is, we're not going to wait until you generate that.
I understand wherever there's people, there's crime. But if black men make up 6% of the population and commit 50% of the murders, then that's a problem. Black men are killing more than anybody. You see what I'm saying? This 19,000 murders one year, and we committed 9,800 of them. That is a problem. See what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
That point. That's why We haven't allowed you to genocide us.
So-
We as foundational Black
Facts.
Americans, we fight
Facts,
back,
bro.
especially out here in California. We fight back. We're not going to let you just genocide us like that all out.
So arresting people's genocide.
Oppression is white supremacy.
Hey, sub
You
here.
said, why don't you take them all out? No, because
So
we have
then-
plenty.
So all the people in
I'm-
prison are oppressed by white supremacy. Go ahead, man. You had something?
Okay. I think I must have missed the part because there was one part that you just bust out laughing, and you're like, "This guy is not to be taken seriously." But isn't it funny? This video is what 3-4 years old, and we hear the same. 3 years old. There we go. We hear the same talking points. Shout out to Hood Conservative, who I just saw join. Hood, salute to you, man. Many people don't like you. I like the fact that you can take it and give it. You have to have a helmet in some of these panels that I've seen you join on the idiocy that you face. Now, my point is that these people have been saying the same points 3 years ago, 6 years ago, 9 years ago. I know my 3 sub, but in all seriousness, and it's all still the same. Look what happened in DC now. Now we're being a month and a half through. I gotta join this stand-up, so just give me a second or whatever. But feel free to. I think you see where I'm going. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but I'm gonna still stay on. Feel free to build on that and that. It's the same.
I sent the link out. I sent the link to O-Dog and G's, GD, D's, and all of them, and I sent it to G Dizzle. But at the end of the day, bro, let me say this right here. I'm glad to be back. Obviously, my channel has been for years gone. I tried literally about 4-5 months ago to get my channel back, and they refused. So it is what it is. I'm glad to be back. Got it back. I'm a I forgot me. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I had that other channel, and the channel they took, and the Sub-Zero 3639 live channel. And the thing is, I bust my behind on that channel. I gave a lot of content, and it just would not grow. And I'm just remembering how this channel grew and went, because it went viral. There was the video's gone. I had like 3 videos that was north of 200,000 views. 2 of them were on. One of them was on talking about what's that girl name? Tiffany Haddish. This was way back when she was like just not coming out. And I have what else? I got some stuff in here, man. So I got to go through my old content because this is from 2022. And so this is almost a 4-year-old video. I'm like, it's just funny just sitting up here watching all this old stuff, looking at it. I had to scroll through, listen to my old content. My views have evolved a little bit, changed. I was a lot more pro-black, if you will, I guess, when I first started my channel than I am now, in the sense that I still care. And that's why when people, you go back and listen to my very old content, I was pushing some, I was very different than I am now. You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting to go back. I probably haven't, but I know I did that because I went on Rumble and looked. Some of my old content, some of the stuff I say, I'm like, no, I wouldn't say that today. I wouldn't even say nothing like that. But hey, it is what it is. It's funny when you got that many archives of stuff. Now, the beautiful thing about the other channel was I had it connected. Once they took this channel, I went ahead and connected. So just about all my content ever made is either on Rumble or on here. So I'm going to definitely hook this up to Rumble and let Rumble pull all the old videos off. That's what I'm going to try to do. If not, I'm going to have to make another Rumble channel that'll pull the old videos off. And so I had them backed up too. Because it's so much content, man. Interviews. Man, in fact, hold up. I did a video some years ago. What was the name of that? Was it? Hold on. I'm trying to think. What was the name of that? It was what was the name of that girl? Is this it? Nope. What's the name of that girl? Nope. I can't remember. I cannot remember. So years ago, it was alive too. Oh, Oh man. This is me and Black Men Taking Our Community Back. City of Truth. My homeboy, John Norman. AJ Simmons. I ain't seen him in a minute. Oh, I remember. Yeah, hey, now this one, I'm going to put this one in the chat. This was a beast right here, bro. Yeah, well, I always was a conservative. I agree, Doug. I was always conservative, but some of the stuff I said back then, I wouldn't dare say today. If I go listen to my old content, but it is what it is. Let me see. So these are some concerts. Trying to think. Let's see. This the conference. This your girl right here, Sassy Jones. She worth a couple $100 million right now. I interviewed her when she had made like $3 million. Hold up. This girl she'd have been on Home Shopping there. I was really pissed that they took my channel, man. I had some bangers of people that I met at this conference. I talked to the people from AfricanAncestry.com. I mean, I really but I remember this interview, man.
All right. So I can turn it around. Thought I could. I could turn it around. There we go. All right, people. Hey,
Real
people,
talk, she cool though. She cool though. Like when I would see her at like traffic sales, she'll sit there and talk to you. I don't care how much money she worth. She on point, man. She is. African Ancestry. AfricanAncestry.com. I talked to them. They had a doctor recap thing. My boy Tyron. E. Dean Cole, I went met up with him. I ain't seen him in a minute. Man, this is some old stuff. I was at the car auction. Man, I talked to old girl, auto dealer business school, Shamel. Oh, this is my old house I did. Oh, this is a little flip I did. Lord have mercy. Let me see. Hold up. Let me open this in another window. Yeah, this is the flip. I didn't go. I thought I went in here when I was done. Okay, let me. So this is the house I did. What year is this? What year is this? This is 2019. So it should be up in here somewhere. Wait a minute, that means it's down here. Yeah, this is this is a trip, man. Yeah, I done forgot all this stuff, man. I done forgot a lot of this stuff. But if I scroll down, me and Berean TV did an interview. Let me see, man. This one, oh yeah, I remember that. So it was a the video I did. I don't even know where it at, man. I had to find it. TSP, okay. That's that one. I brought my boy back. Valuation of businesses. You definitely want to get anything with Tyron Spear. Let me share this. Anything with him you want to bring back. Yeah, man, I'm back. A lot of people didn't know I was gone. That's what's sad, man. That's what's sad. A lot of people didn't even know I was gone from my old channel. I'm trying to find where I went live talking about my rehab. Let's see, where was it? Here it is. Here's an update. Let me click on this one. No, I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna open it up somewhere else. Yeah. So this is the phone. Oh, this one I had the house staged. Yeah, this one I had the house staged and stuff. Yeah. So let me pause this. So let me show y'all something. So this is the old, those are original wood floors, and then that I was gonna put a little clear coat on there to try to make it gloss, but that shit, man, I noticed whenever you rent a house out, so I had ripped that. Yeah, man. I had ripped out the wall. I showed all that, man. I showed all the drama of dealing with niggas and just getting poor work from people, and how I had to get my LVL beam. That was an adventure, man. That was an adventure, and that's actually that's actually the type of content that I wanted to do. Was that's what I really wanted to do, guys, was get into this type of content. You put that high gloss shit on there, man. Folks, yeah, this me going through the house. It looks good for pictures, but then by the time people really come in there and start really trying to live and do something with the shit, they fuck it up. So, you know, it is what it is, though. It looks good. I think it does. You know what I'm saying? And it's actually, it doesn't scuff up with traffic. It doesn't, you know, you can walk in here with a little dirt on your shoe or some shit and it don't just show up real instantly or something like that, which is cool. This room is empty. I'm finna put some blinds up. I don't want to leave this lady shit in here. Plus, I got a security system, so you get up in this bitch, you good. You know, I got cameras all around this motherfucker. Yeah. So, you know, I done kind of hooked that shit up because I knew I was about to stage it. So I got some security and all that shit in here. But we really, I'm gonna try. Yeah, I sold this house pretty fast too, man. I sold it, man. I got that joker listed. It sold quick. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm just going back, looking at some of this old content. It's laughable, though. It's laughable to see. And you know, it is what it is, man. They took my channel. I'm just kind of, oh, Lord, this is around when all them riots was going on. Okay, so this is offers I got over the asking price. But this was right in the middle of 2020. We was, man. Some of those videos, I was crazy. I was screaming. You know what? I might need to take all this content down. I was getting into it with folks, man, and just like take your, you know, I forgot who I got. I got into it with somebody, called them all types of names. You know, I'm not proud of my old content. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Here go another anti-Tariq video. So calling out black crime is cooning. Yeah. This is a trip. This is a trip. Yeah, I was starting to get the coon police. I was starting to get yeah. Oh, I forgot I interviewed this little kid, man. He was 13 years old, had made $80,000 trading options. I forgot all about that. Golly, I forgot. I had so much stuff, man. Mr. Research versus Cynthia G. Yeah, I got some stuff on here, man. This is after that what you call? Yeah, they was about to take my channel in. I was starting to get them crazy strikes. Oh, I remember this one. So in this video, everybody got mad at Meek Mill because Meek Mill gave the boy $20. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like that was whack. I just felt like that was whack. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, why just because he a water boy out there, you know, and I was talking about this wall thing. Oh, Lord. Oh, I did a video on Rush, man. Rush Limbaugh. Yeah, this was cool, man. This was cool. Low IQ stuff. Man, I got my videos where I used to go to the car and go live. When was that? That was they up top. They up top. Yeah, this was a trip, man. This was what's up, Geechee Dan? Let's see. Oh Lord, them done AMC videos. But it's a lot of telling information. It is. Tabitha Brown, Wendy Williams. Yeah, I remember that one. Ha! I support black mediocrity. He did a TED talk. I remember that. Lord have mercy. Yeah, this is this right when I was starting to talk about getting my own plane. Yeah. Yeah, this is a trip, man. This is a trip. I did a colorism video that pissed a lot of the girls off. You know, and it's getting all the way back to the top here. This is me reacting to that dude going off on old boy. Yeah. Yeah, this was fun, man. This was fun making all this content. Which one is the one where I was in my car? These are the car videos right here. Yeah. These are the car videos. Yeah, it is what it is, man. It is what it is, bro. I even got old videos. So I was making content for years. I never really was going live. So we're going way back now. Man, I forgot about this stuff. This was probably my first anti-Tariq. No, it wasn't. My first let's see. False conscious leaders get on my nerves. That's probably the first one. The cowards who run from capitalism. Yeah. This was it's a trip. I did a video about my dad. I don't forgot what I did, man. Blacks Don't Understand Power. That was one of my most popular videos. Then we did a lot of white folks didn't like this video. A lot of white people didn't like this video. They was in the comments going at black people, you know, because I had the audacity to talk about the IQ argument and just did, you know. Now this is my homeboy. He did it's probably one of my most popular videos. Expedited freight. He broke the whole game down. Did an anti-drag Derrick Jackson. Dang, 21,000 views. I knew this hole. I made it a video in defense of Boyce Watkins. Let's see. Hold up. I made a video defending your boy Kevin Samuels before me and him got into it, but I'm sure the Kevin Samuels video is up here. Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Oh, this it right here. It only got 9,000 views. I thought that video was like. Let me tell you something. You want to see some niggas in their feelings? The comments in this video, good Lord. In this video, I did this video before Kevin blew up. Right? Me and Kevin got into it. He went and lied. I took the whole thing and downloaded it. And I told O'Shea, and I waited a week and all that. And he didn't, and then after that, I just said, screw it. I'm going to go at this nigga. Nigga, you clout chasing. Like, man, I'm clout chasing. The man didn't blow up till later. Now, this is a masterpiece right here. I'm going to just go and tell y'all. This is a masterpiece. You definitely should watch that one. Let's see. Broken women, BS logic. Yeah, this is a trip. So this is probably when I started going live, I think. Yeah, I did the American Dream, brain drain video. Oh man, this old here. This me and my brother's Oracle class, first class. Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, this is a trip though. When did I start using that intro anyway? Let me see.
A nigga like me, man, I love the game. I love the hustle, man. I be feeling like one of the.
Yeah, I was talking about Umar a long time ago, bro. But anyway, we back. I'm gonna take this opportunity to back up some of my content and put my old videos back. You'll see me. I probably ain't got nothing to talk about right now because a lot of stuff didn't already happen. I got to do a D'Angelo video. Like, I got to do a D'Angelo, bro. Let me tell y'all something, bro. D'Angelo, Brown Sugar, man, D'Angelo the man, lady, bro. Telling you, man. Telling you, how does it feel? Yeah, D'Angelo the man, bro. The Devil's Pie. I'm trying to think. Like D'Angelo cruising. My favorite was Send It On. Send It On. Let me show y'all. Send It On was that song. I can't play it, obviously, but I ain't gonna play it. Yeah, I probably can't play the video, but this song right here, this was it.
What if you could taste the movies?
Oh man, at least I ain't got to. You know what? I'm not used to seeing stuff like this, so I don't see ads. Like I'm like, usually when I click something, it just
we turned that idea into an $11.3 million business with Wix. One movie night, we were craving this.
What's gonna be weird is to go and see what I was subscribed to because I done forgot. It's probably people I done forgot about. Well, let me tell you something. This take me back to like, bro, we was man. Man, I mean, just this right here.
Man, don't do it, sub.
Bro. This
don't do it. Don't do it.
This is the baggy jeans, Tim's, wife beater era, and this was
crazy.
This song right here.
I was at a karaoke last night, right? Yeah, I know I'm out, whatever. It was Thursday night football, right? damn it, this How Does It Feel is in my head. What was that song? God, I could not stand this song, but it'll come to you
Which
when
one?
I'm talking about the 90s. Let's see, and I'm not a great singer, so I'm gonna just try it. Is it If I Ever Fall in Love Again? Oh God. I think as great as this music was, I'm not saying Shy was great or whatever, but as great as the 90s overall music was, I do think that music really impacted dudes in a negative way. You're probably not going to like what I'm going to say.
No,
here.
I mean, I disagree, but go ahead.
It was like, I look at it was one of those songs in Boomerang, again, a very underrated soundtrack that people don't talk about anymore. You know,
There You Go.
Yeah, no, dude, I completely forgot about that song.
There
you go, there you go, and yeah,
man, look here, bro, look here, dog. What you know about that, man?
Nah, End of the Road, and there was it was another one of these songs on it.
Now, I ain't gonna lie. Now, End of the Road was just ridiculous, baby. I knew about it.
I think it's a great song.
Wait a minute. Wait. So your girl getting drilled out, you knew it, and you didn't care?
Yeah.
You really don't know how much I love you, do you? Like, no,
Yeah.
I wasn't feeling that. I wasn't feeling that.
No. I dude. Not only that, I never even realized until what you said in like the last 25 years. Like I listened to Sean Stockman. He's probably the only guy in that group I know. No, Wanye and Nate, I think is the other one. And he's got a podcast that's pretty damn good. You know, because he basically does the R&B equivalent of most of these hip hop broadcasts, right? And
I
he
like
talks
R&B money with Tank. Tank got a hell of a podcast.
You know what? I don't watch it frequently, but the ones that I have watched, he gets down. Because he knows music, he knows how to really, I don't know, man. Let me ask you this. I'm going all over the place. This is why I don't like a lot of sports podcasts because.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. We gotta talk about the done video with Michael Irvin.
Okay.
Going off on old boy from Alabama State.
How about this?
Hold on. That my wife know both of them dudes. She went to school with them. She know.
Oh, really?
Yes, she know the guys that do the podcast because she told me she saw him at homecoming. We was just at homecoming. She took a picture like, "What's up?" He a cute dog. One of them a cute dog, and he know her. And we was walking. He spoke, and they took a picture. And so she showed me, say, "This the dude I was." That's yeah, I remember him. That's him. That's the guy.
Yeah, let me get this thought off real quick because it ties into that. To Geechee, I Die Without You. If I'm not mistaken, that's the PM Dawn song.
Now, you
right?
can't talk about PM Dunn. Oh no. We're not gonna talk. We're not gonna talk about PM Dunn. You're my boys right there.
No. I'm going back to the Spandau Ballet version.
I actually bought the doggone CD like before Boomerang came out. I had PM Dunn.
Yeah, that song. That's a low key slept on song, and I'm gonna tell you what's the ultimate low key slept on soundtrack song of the '90s. Michelle Indigeo cello. Don't know.
Come on.
Want me.
Come on, bro. I knew you were going to say that.
You said you knew I was going to say that?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
High learning, baby. High learning, baby.
Yeah,
I love that.
So, all right. So
hold on. They don't know. The youngins don't know.
Right.
I got to show them. I got to show the youngins.
So while you're showing them, so we don't separate the audience and make this two sports, I think what Michael Irvin was saying in his rant applies to any discipline, and it's the problem between the old school and the new school that that I think we can bridge. But that higher learning, like soul searching, that's it. Let's see if you play a little before your channel goes away. Ooh, that intro!
It's a banger. Watch how she come in. Watch how she come in. Watch this.
Nobody come caress my saddened heart.
I mean, that's how you start a song. Come caress my saddened heart. This how you start it.
My sunrise and my darkest dream.
Hey, don't play too much of it, man.
My hostility.
Yeah. But look, let me tell you something. This was it, man.
Dude.
This was it.
That's when you
actually, you know what? I ain't gonna even take no risk. I'm gonna probably take this done video down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But bro,
Right,
I'm telling
yeah.
you, like Michelle Indiocello, however you pronounce it, she had a couple of bangers where it was like,
dude,
bro,
I'm driving up to Daytona in about 4 or 5 hours.
what's your favorite song of hers?
That one, this one, hands down. No, really.
No. Watch this. I got you, bro. I got you. This is my favorite. She a slept on artist though.
Very.
I just ain't with all that, lesbian stuff, but
yeah, her. You remember Adriana Evans also?
This CD, that first CD she had.
If you've written a book and want to publish it,
or something, what's up with this?
Man, I'm gonna just get another premium account. I don't. But anyway, check this out right here. This it right here. This is my favorite song by her.
I'm not familiar with this stuff.
First album. That's what she say.
Here I'm waiting, just waiting, anticipating a chance to run into you. Sitting for hours. One day even sat for
She would inspire a bunch of copycats with her style. You know how
I mean, her music is so unique though.
Right.
Like, even at the end of Love and Basketball, right? When he was playing one-on-one and he was playing that song.
Yeah.
Bro, she look, man, those are about my only 3 songs I like by her.
Okay.
Because I don't like If That's Your Boyfriend, He Wasn't Last Night.
Yeah, I hate that song. That's hold a second, Sub. I gotta ask you. You when we talk, we always go on tangents and shit. So how realistic is Love and Basketball? I mean, to me, it's a good black story, no stereotypes and all that shit. It's just a cool little movie type of thing. But
hey, I know. Hey, it's an old Montgomery artist right here.
Oh yeah.
He from Montgomery, named King South. He can sing his ass off. He just crazy. He in Montgomery.
Mr. Grind.
That's him? No. That's not him.
He can go. He can go now.
Oh, that's Glenn Jones. Hey man, you gotta stop on the video, man. Dude, stop it. You just got the channel back.
No. This well, he shouldn't. He locked up right now. I'd be shocked if I But anyway, that nigga ain't got no sense. But
No,
yeah.
Don't let your channel go away, man. Let me set up the Michael Irvin thing for the audience because there's people who don't give a damn about sports.
I felt that, bro. I felt that from the chest. I felt that.
Let me do a preamble, and maybe you could play a clip of it to get the audience up to speed of it. But let me first say this. All right, you're a college football fan, right? Audience, name your college football team or whatever, or that you follow. I said college. Back in the day, I had my good team that I followed. Then I had my thug team, if you will, if that makes sense. I know that sounds messed up. So my good guy team was MSU, where I'm from. But my thug team, that was always the University of Miami, right? Now, I obviously know what side you lean on or whatever, right? You don't even have to say it. I think it starts with an A, right? Your college football team, right? I've known of Michael Irvin since he was in college. And I was afraid. Michael Irvin was such a threat at wide receiver, guys. He was like, it was only 2 wide receivers I was afraid of. We'll say 2.5. That'll be Jerry Rice and Michael Irvin. The half, I'm gonna say, is to Sterling Sharp. I mean, I'm talking about, damn, they caught everything. They played intense. You didn't even want the ball thrown their way or whatever, right? Now, I did not personally like Michael Irvin at all, you know. And when I found out he stabbed his teammate with a pair of scissors, you know. Now, I have had the pleasure of meeting Michael Irvin recently.
Hold on. There's two Michael Irvins.
Yes.
There's the coked up, going off on the media.
Yeah. Same intensity.
Yeah, Michael Irvin. And then there's the Potter's House, him and Dion, you know, gave his life to the Lord.
Look at ABC calling out routes. There you
go.
go.
He was different, man. So I kind of, he one of them guys I like. I like his story. He's a success story to me. I think he a guy that evolved and changed his life around.
No, he did. Like case in point.
Because I would have did a video about your boy getting baptized and Skip Bayless.
Bro,
I would do a video about that, man.
Okay, but before we do this, I'm almost done with the preamble because the audience may have not seen this. First of all, let me say this also. This nigga still look like he can bust out a couple routes. You can bring. I mean, this dude is still, and he's got to be 61.
Yeah,
he's got to be. So let that be a lesson to you fellas or what have you, right? Now, and again, I say this, I come with a bias. When I met him, he was like, yeah, and people was like, let's all take a picture. He's like, no, I don't take pictures in bars. And I'm like, damn. And this is before that NFL TV controversy. I think he what's up, ABZ? Sub, do you remember the same intensity? Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
Oh God. Okay, in 1994 or 1995, he got caught in this Fleabag motel with another player and two hookers, right? And there was and there was something, basically, it's like, because he was known, guys, before all these other guys was getting in trouble, Michael Irvin was in trouble damn near every day of the week, right?
But
And
he was the playmaker, though. He was
right.
the playmaker.
But this time, there was nothing on him. And he was telling the media when he was walking away after he had got released off bail, he was like, same intensity. Basically, cover me being innocent and vindicated with the same intensity that you did or whatever. And it's the funniest clip ever. But here, let's just land this plane here. I don't have to like somebody.
Let me share something with you today.
Oh, no, I was gonna say, I don't have to like somebody to agree with them in general. And what he said here, and the fact that he used emotion, let's keep this in mind. I'll land it right here. This man was effing carried off the field, Sub, his last play. Okay? So when people say, why he all passionate and all that, that's why.
Because he said he had to go see God. He's like, I had to see God, man. Like, and listen, you talking about running up against running lot, he ain't lying.
Rocket Man is recognizing, oh shit, or whatever. You know, this is the original channel. Oh my God, real Odell Herman Moore, Johnny Morton also, Brett Perriman, another University of Miami. All right, let's let Mr. Irvin
because I woke up, I put toothbrush to tooth, I looked in the mirror and I talked to me today, and I do that every day before I pick up my phone and allow social media to invade my person and my space. So I'm glad I did it the way I did it, but that I did it still won't get me off what I saw when I first got on social media today. The first thing I saw that popped up on my phone was this dummy, this mother brother right here on Facts Over Feeling podcast talking about Deion Sanders couldn't play and cover the receivers today. Talked about the speed of the receivers today making a difference in this game. And then he said, you know, Deion didn't play against guys like today. I mean, the guys today can really run fast. Deion didn't have to go against really fast guys. And then this mug puts my picture in Jerry.
explain to the audience what you explained to me about Jesse Owens, and that there's really not much.
Like, well, so Jesse Owens, for all intents and purposes, his times are like 10-2, stuff like that. What people don't understand is Jesse Owens was running on dirt tracks. Jesse Owens he had his just regular smooth bottom shoes with like a little grip thing on them, like just old fashioned regular, what we would probably call walking shoes. Some of them, they had certain spike. It just was not, the technology was not where it is today. The tracks, the bounciness, they running on tracks that are made out of old tires. So these tracks are bouncy. That puts force back into your legs. If you take so they did a scientific examination of his runs. This is sports science. I'm not just talking like I just made it up. They did a thing with Jesse Owens, and they said if Jesse Owens came up today, we're not talking about training and all the other off the court, off the field, off the track stuff. Just on the track, if you give him the shoes and the same type of track that these guys running, he would be right in lockstep and probably would be right up there with, Justin Gatlin and all these guys. Jesse Owens would be right there. So this whole idea of taking prior generations and tearing them down, I hate it, because it started with LeBron James. LeBron James couldn't win. And when he couldn't win, they started first attacking Kobe, Jordan, tearing down all the greats before. So now you got all these young guys that were raised in certain generations coming from, they don't have fathers, a lot of them, so they dad can't. Like, I tell my son about Michael Jordan, right? I show him video. I sat there and showed him Michael Jordan. So he understands Kobe and Michael Jordan. These kids a lot of kids don't have their dad to do that. And so these kids grow up and all they got is LeBron. That's all they know.
Well, the reason I'd asked you to say this, because he was talking about how Deion Sanders, or how they said that Deion Sanders couldn't cover. And then I wanted you to give the technical.
There has been let me say it right. I'm going to say it succinctly.
Right.
There has not been a genetic evolution of human beings from the 40s and 50s to today. There's not like we're genetically coming out the womb faster.
Guys weren't jumping 40-inch verticals, allegedly not in Converse canvas, mind you. The way people try to make it is like guys are jumping 60-inch verticals now.
Well, first of all, 40-inch vertical is still considered elite, number one. Now you got guys that have all these different, because if I came up in this area, it's a lot of stuff. I've probably been even more athletic than I was, more explosive than I was, because I just use weights and just that's it. But with my work ethic and the technology and all the stuff you got on YouTube, the exercises, I ain't learned a lot of stuff till I was 27 that I didn't learn. I didn't know you could do certain things. I just did weights as a kid, and that's all I did. Now these cats got so much, but what I'm saying is, even with that, genetically, we're not talking about, because what they're talking about is speed. First of all, these cats train, they got certain nutrition, certain things. Deion didn't have that. So if you say we bring Deion up to this era, to this generation, Deion was clocked at a 4.27. Mind you. Hold on. They say he didn't run against nobody. They hand clocked Bo Jackson at 3.9. They clocked him on the computer, I guess on the little machine. It clocked him at 4.15. I mean, I'm sorry, 4.15 on a 40. Faster than anybody. He was at Auburn when he did it. He just said, man, open the garage door. He ran a 4.27, 4.29, just a 4.3. I'm sorry. He ran a 4.3 slow. He pulled up at the end and ran a 4.3. They said, "No, man, we want you to run all out." He ran all out and ran a 4.15. So to say that Deion never faced any speed, now you gotta understand, Bo Jackson was just push-ups in weight room. That's it. He wasn't nothing.
Sir,
no roids, no nothing. Just no isobaric chamber, just genetics.
I know that this is not a favorite figure in many black circles. But if we're going to stick with the playmaker here, but Herschel Walker never lift weights. Yep. Look up Herschel Walker in his prime, and he strictly did. Now, one guy, it was like 1,000 push-ups, and he did it in front of him. But you don't have to do all that. You could just look at the guy. The guy still looks like that. to this day.
Yeah.
And let's not forget. So let me just add this also, because Playmaker doesn't touch it. I'm getting to the guys. I'm going to say this as a former athlete also. We played everything. Now, I get subbed. You guys, I was looking up something about baseball players from Alabama, like why you didn't get the baseball bug. And after Hank Aaron, there weren't that many black baseball players coming out of Alabama, so I didn't quite get that. But I'm making a point that we played everything that we could. We raced against each other even. We ran track if we could. And if you notice, the guys nowadays, I have a cousin who, he's now a coach, but he played D1 cornerback. He was like, the guys' speed nowadays, it isn't the same. He said, I believe it's because they're not playing track. Let me add this also. I guess what I'm saying is that if guys are so much greater today, then why don't they play multiple sports?
Well, it's not just that. There's never has and never will be a 30, 40 year period where a genetic jump. Because that's what it would take for these guys to be what they're trying to act like.
Well, they're
like, you gotta understand.
Let me
say this. Deion Sanders in 1988, genetically, what he was capable of doing in 1988 would still be a freak of nature, and he would make Travis Hunter look like an average guy. I'm just being straight up. Deion in his prime would make Travis Hunter, the #1 draft pick, look average.
Well, think about that. Well, hold on a second. Let me add one more thing, and this is the main thing, and I promise I'll shut up after I say this. I love sports more than anything, man. I'm dead serious. I loved it even more than music, man. I had Sport Illustrated, Sport, Basketball Digest, every magazine. Like, my dad would literally take me to a magazine stand and say, here, $20, get what you want. And I would get a stack of magazines. That's how much I love sports. I would order old videotapes and all this. And what I'm saying is that back then, to know about the past, you really had to have either somebody put you up on game on these people or do your own research. Nowadays, they are so.
Hold on. You and I knew about Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain.
Absolutely.
Hold on. This is the thing. You got to understand. We had to read books to learn about this. There was no internet. I knew who Wilt Chamberlain was because I read books about him in kindergarten and first grade. I was reading about Wilt Chamberlain.
Right.
He had retired when I was starting to learn how to read. The man was already retired. And I knew how great Wilt Chamberlain was.
I knew Hank Aaron. I knew who Deacon Jones was. Dick Butkus. Actually, by the way, you know what? Damn it, I said I was going to go to another topic. Pardon me, guys, but I'm making a point. NFL Films does the best job of archiving its content, and then re-showing it to whereas it doesn't matter. You can watch those old videos or features, and that's why they really have thrived. Now, to my original point, nowadays these guys have effing YouTube on their hand, their phone, their tablet, and they don't even do no research or just even. I think if you truly love sports, you can marvel at the feats of others. Share the Cousy story, and then we'll go into the Playmaker here.
Well, I mean, I saw Bob Cousy. I saw a guy on YouTube that's like a real basketball historian, and he went off on all these guys dragging old players, and he showed some footage of Bob Cousy I'd never seen. Bob Cousy's handles was ridiculous. I didn't know that. I didn't know Bob Cousy could handle the ball like that. I just see him running down the court looking all goofy looking. I'm like, man, this guy, maybe it was just the era. And no, Bob Cousy had them handles. Another guy that I was shocked to see a guy like Gilbert Arenas give clout to was Pistol Pete. If you watch what he was able to do without a three-pointer, this dude was averaging 50 points a game without a three-pointer in college. Let that sink in. Go look at his records. That was all two-pointers. He was pulling up from way out there like Steph Curry. If they had let Pistol Pete play with a three-pointer, I mean, the man would have averaged about 70 all day. So, I mean, it's been talent that has come through the league. Let me let this go because I got to go in a second.
Ray Rice picture up. Prime wasn't covering the people that these boys are covering either. He's in an era where he's a fucking alien or somebody from the future that was drunk.
Now, let me say this. Let me say this right here. I'm going to play the other clip where the guy tries to respond, right? the problem I have with it, you said he's getting dropped off in an era where he's an alien, basically saying he's the first of his kind. But now there are others just like him. That's what you're saying, which means he would not be prime today. That's what you're saying. Now you trying to walk it back. Let's go.
Dropped off in the wrong time.
But he could come in this time. And
Yeah,
still
because
ball.
he can ball in this time. That's what I'm saying. Like the receivers from back then.
027 is still a freak of nature today. I don't know what he's talking about.
Hold on, stop. I know you gotta go. So okay, forget those two. Okay, let's just think of some teams. Bad Moon Rising. Let's see, Herman Moore. Let's see. I already said Sterling Sharp. He's saying that these guys weren't. I don't like this guy, but I got to give him his credit. Andre Reed. You know, these guys were nothing, right? Of the 80s and 90s, right?
Yes, Rising wasn't that. Andre Rising was trash, I guess.
Well, right. Bad Moon was trash. Hold on a second. I can't believe, because wide receiver is like my second favorite position. I can't think of these just effing studs. Oh, Chris Carter. I mean, how dare I?
I mean,
forget?
Prime went up against the Randy Moss.
Right. I mean, this is
like Prime. That's what I'm saying. I mean, Prime was about 40 by the end, but I'm just saying. I mean,
we'll say, I got you. Hold a second. Just Chris, dude, these guys, dare I say, those guys ran. Now, you got some hell of a route runners nowadays. I'm going to say this. Those receivers, the reason why I got to put them up is that back then, now you can't even touch the receiver. You breathe on these effers, and they gonna throw a PI flag.
When they saying what they saying, this is what they do with basketball, right? Michael Jordan was getting hand checked. Scottie Pippen was getting ran into the bleachers, literally ran to like the third row by Dennis Rodman, right?
One second. Art Monk. What's the name? Marvin effing Harrison, man. Tim Brown. I mean, what is these guys talking about?
But what I'm saying is, if you look at the legendary talent back then, it was harder to do it in that era than it is today. So a lot of these guys that we think are freaks and say he wouldn't be Deion today, if we playing first of all, which rules are we talking about? Number one. Number two, Darrelle Revis was a hell of a shutdown corner. I wouldn't put him past Deion. Now, that was years ago, but still. Darrelle Revis is more modern. There have been shutdown corners in recent times. None of them compare to Deion. None of them. I can't think of nobody that's been close to Deion Sanders that's played lately at cornerback. So you saying, well, yeah, man, they got to cover these guys. The guy has the chance to catch the ball without being touched. Back then, you had to jam up. Like, you got to understand, Deion Sanders was a hell of a cornerback jamming up with guys like Michael Irvin. You got guys putting your hands on them. And let me let this play because this going to describe it right now.
You got a lot of people. You got a lot of guys. You got to line up every week. Every week.
Yeah, I get it.
Elite wide receiver.
I get it, but shit.
These guys that he played against weren't that fast, bro. Like,
I don't know.
They were stronger, but they weren't that fast. These guys, no. They big, they fast.
What is it? I don't recall grown men when I was a kid in the barbershop or a teenager in the barbershop disrespecting other generations the way that they do here. Oh, they were slow. They weren't shit. I mean, you would have some dumbass that would say that, and then he would be immediately shut down. I could go hit a baseball, and all you gotta do is steal the next man. That ain't nothing.
Yeah, you're not gonna get too much of that going on with Deion. I mean, with people in my generation, if I had came in the barbershop back in the 80s as a kid, I'm just not. I still got milk on my breath. I'm coming up in there talking about, yeah, man, and Dominique Wilkins is way better than, I'm just name off. Then, if you compare Dominique Wilkins to Bill Russell, then which is laughable. And I love Dominique. I think Dominique doesn't get his due because Dominique really should have went to LA. They chose James Worthy, but if they'd have chosen the Lakers, Dominique would have been a 3-4-time champion. So let's not take him down that. But even if let's take James Worthy, right? If I take James Worthy and put him over another power forward from history that then paid their dues and put in numbers, it's a bunch of cats I can remember
Do you
that
know
would have
who-
shut me down in their 30s. That would have told me, "Hold on, young blood, you don't know what you're talking about, son."
Do you
They'd
know
have
who
told me.
Don? Do you know who Don Chaney is?
Of course.
Okay, Don Chaney for the audience.
Went off
is-
on John Calipari, almost threatened to choke his. Go ahead.
No. Damn it, you're right. I'm talking about the player. They have the same name. Don Chaney. You're talking about Temple guy. That Calipari clip is funny as hell, by the way. I can't believe you're bringing back my childhood, man. But there's a basketball player, not the coach, John Chaney. That's John Chaney. I'm talking about Don, like Donald Chaney. Don Chaney played with Bill Russell and Larry Bird. And he laughs his ass off with these guys saying that Bill Russell, in other words, he played in the 60s up until the 80s, right? It's a great little trivia question or whatever. And he's like, are y'all crazy? But let me just throw one more at the wrinkle in. You probably heard the story. Larry Brown was coaching UCLA. You heard this story? And Wilt was playing with the UCLA freshmen. And on the court was Magic Johnson, Bernard King, Byron Scott, and I'm forgetting the two other guys, whatever. It may have been Norm Nixon there. And Magic, Wilt Chamberlain is like 9 years out of the game right now.
Yeah, he's like 40-something. I know you're talking about.
And he blocked Magic shots, and Magic said, Gus Golden, and he said, Coach, what did you see? And he said, I didn't want to jump in, so I said, I didn't see it. He said, all right, and he said, we're going to run it back. And he said, from that point on, he said, nothing came to the basket around Wilt. He said, absolutely
Magic
nothing.
blocked. They say he blocked all his shots. They say
All
he
the
blocked every shot, man. Like,
And-
and this is
and
the
I
thing.
think
He's
it's-
40 years old there, and there was actually talking about bringing him back at 50.
Right. And I'm
and he
saying
was
that
in
to say
shape.
this.
He could have did it.
I'm saying that to say this. Right now, I don't even think I could beat Michael Irvin in a race right now. I just think that for some reason in black culture, yes, I'm specifying black culture. Is Doug out there? Because I know Doug doesn't like when I criticize black culture. It's like everything is new is better, which is complete BS. If anything, it's degraded. I'll land the plane there.
Let me let this play. 'Cause I got to go to my son's school.
They can jump.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it. Just
I'm not used to this. Sorry.
Are you shitting me? I'm like, are you shitting me? Oh, wait. Oh, let me. We are the two most accomplished receivers in the history of this game. When you're talking about the most important things, championships, and your stupid ass talking about running fast, like people weren't running fast back then. Are you shitting me? Why do you talk on a microphone? Why do you have a microphone? What the hell are you talking about? I don't even know your name. And I certainly don't know your game because I don't see you every year with a gold jacket in that Hall of Fame room. I don't see you anywhere great players are. So who the fuck are you to talk about what, Deion Sanders couldn't cover these guys today? First of all, I'm going to do just like the airlines tell you. What does the airlines tell you when you're on the airline? If we have a problem, put the mask on yourself, then put it on your kids or any loved ones who are with you. So I'm going to save me in this dumb shit, and then I'm going to talk about time in it and save him from this dumb shit. Let me tell you something, Holmes. Let me tell you something. And the Bible says, he that argues with a fool may be considered a fool, but I'm ready to be a fool today. Like, dude, do you really know what you're talking about? Do you really have any clue at what you're talking about? You think there were not fast guys in the league when I played? You think Tyreek Hill can outrun an Olympian like Bullet Bob Hayes, who played before me? You think he can outrun Ronaldo Nehemiah, who tried to play in this game? You know why he tried? Because they wanted speed in the game, but other things were required when we played. You must get to run around and play fucking 7-on-7 touch football. We had pain in our game. And y'all don't even know shit about pain. Every route you got hit, even running around in the middle of, you could get tapped by those linebackers. They took all of that out of the game because y'all asses were soft and you couldn't take it. You come from a damn era of everybody gets a trophy in NIL where nobody fights for a starting job. I ain't starting. I'm going to go leave and start somewhere else. Get the fuck out out of my face talking noise until you know what you're talking about. I will dominate this era of football.
Let me say something. Let me say something. The way he's saying it, he means it. You could tell he thinks in his mind, this ain't something that's just coming out. When he said, I will dominate, he already done thought about it. He already looking at these niggas like, man, these niggas can't see me. He already know it.
Until you know what you're talking about. I will dominate this era of football. Dominate. Football's not about running fast. It's not about speed. It's about getting the job done. It's about getting the job done. And you won't tell me you know somebody that got the job done better than me, better than Jerry Rice, that you're going to use our picture and trying to make your point? Are you stupid or are you stupid? That's why I hate everybody got a podcast. Everybody got a voice. And everybody don't know what the hell they're talking about. There was separate from ball, separation from the football. And it was allowed. It was encouraged. It was actually.
Man, they could hit you before the ball got to you, bro. I don't know why everybody trying to stay tripping, man.
Praise when you knock somebody out.
Yep.
If anybody hit your asses, they'll suspend them for 3 weeks.
Yep.
You couldn't even play when I played the game. And some of these fucks you're talking about, they couldn't even play when we played the game.
Some of these guys that we think are elite receivers would not be able to play. I'm going to be honest with you. Basketball, I love Steph Curry. Today, Steph Curry can't go back to 1987, 88, 89, 90 and beat Steph Curry. He can't. He going to be missing some teeth. Real talk.
And even to tap on to how dumb you are and how stupid y'all asses are with oh my God, when you started talking about, well, Deion couldn't play with these guys. I want to see him play with some real fast guys. See if he can play with all these speed guys. And then the first two examples you bring up was Chad Johnson and Justin Jefferson, who are not fast guys. So I'm sitting here saying, what the hell is he talking about? I don't mind you being stupid. I don't mind you being dumb. I don't mind you not knowing what the fuck you're talking about, but keep my name out your mouth when you don't know what you're talking about. Keep my name and my image. Don't try to shit on my work when I won championships on every level. On every level, when they can knock niggas out. I call passes in the midst of pain. Y'all don't do that. Y'all ain't never had to do that. So shut the hell up. Motherfuckers. Trying to shit on my career, on what I have done. You or none of these fucks can play and do things I did. So shut the hell up.
I love
Sick of this shit.
I love it. I love it.
Take it. I listen. What about talking about when you caught one pass? I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn about none of that. I won championships. That means I went in and made plays where pain lived. Y'all can't do that.
Yep.
Y'all ain't never did that. Y'all don't have to do that. You don't practice worth of shit. You don't take no hits. Everybody touch you, you throw a flag. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
Stop, man.
I said
Stop.
that.
I ain't trying.
You can't jam them. You can't do none of that.
To put nobody down. But I ain't gonna stay down and let you put me down. Are you joking? Are you joking? Dude, I'll catch 200 passes in today's game. Literally 200 passes a year. A year. I ain't never catch a pass behind the line of scrimmage in my whole career.
Man.
All my passes were up the field in the midst of pain.
Tell them.
So this one is cool. You basically connect your Shopify. And then from there, you can
feel the smoke.
And I caught him anyway.
Oh, yeah, I love it. I love it. I like this, man. Some of these young cats need to hear stuff like this, man. Because they disrespectful.
And I call them every day, and I call them every kind of way. And the bigger the game, the bigger I play.
Yep.
So I don't care that you're stupid. I don't care that your ass is ignorant. And I don't care that you don't know what the hell you're talking about. But don't use my fucking image. Don't use my image. Don't use my image. And don't use Jerry Rice's image. Use somebody else. I don't know if you did it or your producers, but whoever did it, shit on y'all.
Hey, real quick. Some country boy wisdom. You know why Jerry Rice was so good with his hands? You probably know the story.
No, I don't.
His father was a bricklayer.
Oh, really?
And he brought Jerry Rice along. Now you see the catch.
Bricks. Yep.
And they was throwing. So a football is nothing. There you go.
Especially if you out there with no gloves on, catching it with your hands.
Catching getting bricks tossed to you. And if you drop it.
Old boy Fitzgerald. What's his name?
Larry Fitzgerald Jr.?
Yeah, Larry Fitzgerald, dad is is I think Chris Carter's his uncle.
Okay, so let me get you
So
back
Chris
down.
Carter told him, "Look, man, you got to catch 200 passes a day with I forget the machine that you
jug machine.
Yeah, he'd go out there every day and catch 200 passes.
Here,
That's
let me
why
give
he had good hands.
brief background. Larry Fitzgerald Sr. Was a black columnist in the Twin Cities, right? And he was the black beat writer for the Vikings, as I call them, right? And then when Fitzgerald Jr. was coming up, he had the tutelage of obviously Chris Carter, Jake Reed, and even Randy Moss. One more thing, Amon-Ra St. Brown, same story, except they went to another family, and he said, "This kid is better than you." He said, "What do you do every day?" He said, "Well, we got our own jug machine, and we catch 200 balls a day." And to this day, Amon-Ra said after they got that jug machine, he has not missed a day in his life catching 202 balls because they got to always do one or two better. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah.
But but that's why Jerry Rice's hands was just so freaking crazy. And I love that old country wisdom and things, you know, that.
Listen, man, I'm going to say this, bro. This is the thing. There is no replacement for hard work. You can be genetically gifted. You can in football, you can run, you can do this. But see, with football, if and this is how I know this is why I like football. I probably should have played football instead of basketball. In football, if you understand certain, now obviously there are differences, right? But if you take a white boy that's a nerd, right, that runs a 4.9, 4.8, right? But he's a quarterback nerd. He studies the game. He studies the routes. He studies the types of offensive coordinators that he's going to go against. Defensive coordinators, right? And he knows this guy likes to run these types of defenses. This guy likes to run this. This guy likes to run that. That's a guy that's going to stay in the league like Kirk Cousins for years.
Sir,
40 years old. We talked about that.
Who
right?
was the matchup last night? Who was the matchup last night?
I ain't even keeping up with it, man.
Okay. Aaron Rodgers and Joe Flacco.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Go ahead.
So what I'm saying is you got two guys that's old, that's been in the game for a long time. Black guys, what we do is we think, okay, I got these legs. Like a good example, RG3 was all legs. I mean, he wanted to be a quarterback, but he had a mouth too. He wouldn't shut up, right? If I'm like, bro, just shut up. It's one thing for you to talk, but it's just shut up. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the thing with athleticism that a lot of black people don't understand. Athleticism will get you in the room. But when you're talking about being legendary, look it up, right? Most of these guys ain't touching Olajuwon, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, Kobe. What brings these guys into these conversations? Skill.
Okay. Slightly
Skill. The guys at the top are skilled. Give or take. I mean, of course, you got your Shaq. Maybe Wilt was a freak athlete. Other than that, and Jordan was a freak athlete, but Jordan was mostly skilled because he wasn't so big.
Well,
right?
I think again, people are afraid, not just athletes, people are afraid of failure. Even I was. That's why I can say this so succinctly. So you'll just take the safe route. Jordan became so competitive, almost to a point. It's to a point why I dislike him, but I also respect him. See how that works, class? With him not making that junior, was it the sophomore team or the junior team he didn't make? Sophomore. That made him work harder, you know. And guess what? We don't. One more thing. I know I go tangent. I just read Iverson's new book, right? We got to do content on it. I do not okay, if you can get it on audio or Audible or download, do it. He omitted too much stuff, but I do see why he is a great or whatever. And one part of it is he wasn't just, he was a guy that played football. He absolutely effing loved football. And he was better than Michael Vick and Aaron Brooks, who he played against. That's something I didn't even know. And he wasn't just a quarterback. He took back kicks. He played defense also. And I'm like, that's why he loved to go to, because I've always thought he goes to the cup too much and, takes all that punishment. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. I believe you have to have a point, not necessarily where you struggle. I think with many guys, and I'll land a plane here and let you go. those guys who had to take the hard path tend to be better because they're used to the disappointment and they know they got to go within the resolve of themselves. Where guys who's had it easy, no disrespect, Michael Beasley, the Australian dude who's a bum now, the black Australian dude who's a bum. He's not really Australian, but he was born there. Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
This is why I don't like a lot of NIL, because what's there to strive for once you got a couple $1 million and you're 19 years old?
That's what what's the name said. Penny Hardaway was in an interview and he said, man, you got to understand, these kids coming from the hood, you drop these kids $500,000 or $2 million, he ain't gonna bust it. He said, man, when I was playing, cats it was they gave a life for it. You know, I want you to see what this guy got to say right quick.
Today's wide receivers. Yeah. Another man saying that Facts Over Feelings said Deion could not cover today's wide receivers.
What's up, locker room? What I did.
You said, this is what they said. They said Deion wouldn't beat Deion. They said he can play in today's game, but he wouldn't be Deion because of the speed. Said they didn't have no speed. That's what we just played it. They didn't have the speed that they got now back then. That's what you said. They were stronger, but they weren't faster. Because if they're trying to act as though these guys are getting these numbers because of speed, not because you can't hit the guy till he catch the ball now. That ain't got nothing to do with it.
Podcast talk popped up on my phone was this dummy. This mother brother right here on Facts Over Feeling podcast.
And Mr. Michael Irvin saying the same exact thing. Facts Over Feelings, me, I'm the whatever he said, mofo or whatever he said, that said Deion Sanders could not cover today's wide receivers. Let's go to the actual clip.
Speaking the Hall of Fame, since we was on that, do y'all think the Hall of Fame, especially I'll say football, right? NFL Hall of Fame, do you think it should have like different floors?
I do.
Levels?
I believe it should.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I think football is super legit. The NBA, that shit should have different floors of Hall of Fame stuff to it. Football, I think their system is good.
So you don't think?
I think the NFL.
Yeah, you don't think Deion and Tom Brady belong on the floor all on their own, people like that? Like, already starting off. You don't think Deion and Tom Brady?
Yeah, Geechee Dan, me and D's gonna talk about this NIL. I think NIL has destroyed football. Now you're giving teenagers money, and these teenagers are not willing to put the work in. They jumping in the transfer portal. No, I think it's okay to put money in their pockets, you know, up to a certain amount. But when you put millions of dollars in somebody's pockets and they 17, 18, you're just getting out of high school.
What, man? The schools are making the money.
Yeah. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. And of course, people didn't like Alabama winning because Alabama just was good. But guess what? They made the tweaks. It was a bunch of changes they made before and Alabama kept dominating because they were trying to stop them from dominating. It is what it is. Man retired. And my thing, let me say this. A lot of other schools hate and was jealous of Nick Saban and his success at Alabama, right? They hate the SEC, right? But it is what it is. And so people from all these other states, you got to understand, it's not as many large mega cities in the Southeast as it is. You got California, you got New York, you got Ohio, you got all these people from all these different places, Penn State, all these schools. So you got all these people with all this money, Oregon, and they're not winning. And they steady seeing SEC schools, Georgia, Alabama, LSU, Georgia, Alabama, LSU, Alabama, Georgia, Alabama, Georgia, LSU, Tennessee. You know, they like, God dang, man. You know, and so I think that right there, that desire has pretty much destroyed the Power 5 conferences because now it's only 2 real conferences. And now private equity is about to get into the same private equity that destroyed Toys R Us, that destroyed all these different companies. Now these private equity firms are about to start getting into college football. So it's finna get ugly. It's finna get real ugly. Private equity is going to strip all the love of the game away from it, and it's just going to be strictly about profits. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You know, it is what it is. No, Alabama didn't always have the best recruiting classes, bro. Alabama didn't get the top. That's what I'm saying. People think Alabama won. Hold on, pause. People think Alabama won because they had the best recruiting classes. That's actually not true. Alabama will be a top recruiting class a lot of times, but they weren't the best. Texas A&M will get us. Georgia will have a best recruiting class. Ohio State, but it didn't turn to championships. Clemson, it didn't always turn to championships, though.
Fair enough. Fair. Let me ask you this real quick.
Texas A&M had like the number one recruiting class of all time, and they didn't beat Alabama. So no, it was coaching. It was coaching.
I don't like.
And hold on, let me say this. And about 50% of that team was from the state of Alabama. Let that sink in.
I can't wait till UNDs go into this about private equity. I don't even understand that concept in sports, but just hold off on that for a second. I've always thought that the SEC mainly wins. I'm sorry, Sub. I will say it's recruits. Because when you look at, all right, Sub, real quick.
I'm not. I don't want you to misconstrue what I'm saying. I'm not saying that the SEC doesn't get the best recruits.
Okay, that's what I'm getting at. Yeah,
it does. It does. I wasn't even going to say that. But it was very close with the Big Ten. Very close.
Let me ask you this question.
And hold on. Pac-12, because you got to understand, it's a lot of talent came out of California. It goes to USC, so it's not like, because you got to understand, for years, the SEC been good for years, but USC had that run, remember?
All right, but no, hold on. I'm asking a simple question. Give me the top three. You should know this off the top of your head, maybe in no order. Give me the top four. The fourth one will surprise you. The top 4 states where all the top blue chip 5-star guys come from. Go.
I would say Texas, Florida, and California.
Ooh, not bad.
Texas, Florida, California. I think Ohio.
Nope. Texas, Florida, Georgia, and California. Now
I can see Georgia. Yeah.
Now California's only at 19 though, but that is kind of surprising. But what do they all have in common? Save for maybe Texas, but well, let's be honest. Even more than Alabama and Georgia, football is a religion in Texas. I mean, you look at the high school stadiums alone. I mean, that's literally a place.
Football in the state of Alabama, the state of Texas, and in the state of California, they got their own league. It's a whole separate league. Like the state of California's football is like a whole different league, just like Texas.
And what I'm getting at is
you got hold on, let me say this. So, but you got some juggernaut states like Tennessee. I mean, not Tennessee. Ohio.
Okay.
Ohio is a big. You got a lot of nice ass programs in Ohio.
Okay, so Ohio, I'm looking at right now. Whatever. I didn't even ask ChatGPT. Oh, guess what? Number 5 is what you just said, Ohio. But many of those guys are warm weather guys and don't want to go up north. In fact, I asked Lorenzo White this, the running back from Michigan State, at least in my era or whatever, right? And he won the Heisman also. I said, and him and Michael Irvin, how ironic, were best friends because Michael Irvin's from Fort Lauderdale, not Miami, which surprised me. He was like, truth be told, Michigan State was giving me more money. But he said, I didn't want to go up there. And that's why I think why the Big Ten and all those northern conferences suffer a bit. They're losing at these blue chip prospects who don't want that, who don't want to do that cold weather thing. But the smart ones, if they can't get on the Alabamas, the Georgias, the Clemsons, the LSUs, they will go up there and still be a top prospect. You know what I'm saying? Or not a prospect.
Listen, I think when it comes to football, I do agree. I think the weather, and you got to understand another thing we don't take into. Let's look at demographics. Where do most black people live per capita? Most black people live in the southeast. In the southeast.
Yeah, well up.
So between Alabama, Mississippi, all these other states, the gene pool in the South is going to be different than it is anywhere else in the country because most black people live in the South. People don't want to talk about that, but that's why you can get a state like Missouri to get a damn top 20 program. And you're like, God dang, how in the hell Missouri able to pull? You got St. Louis, you got all these black places, you got Kansas City, you got states like Tennessee where you got Memphis, Nashville, just in, those surrounding areas, Chattanooga, you're able to pull talent. Good example, Birmingham, Alabama. People don't understand how
Hang on a
much
second.
talent.
Where are you from? Because I don't know Alabama.
I'm from
You're
Montgomery. I'm from Montgomery, but it's a lot of talent in Mobile. Julio Jones is from Mobile. A lot of talent come up out of Birmingham.
Okay.
A lot of talent come out. It's a lot of guys that go to other states. It's a guy that played quarterback at West Virginia. I forget. He from like a school. Ain't nobody want him in the SEC. He went to West Virginia and was like killing.
Geechee giving Nick Saban some strays and shit. Because people forget that Nick Saban started at Michigan State. He has a place in my heart.
Well, yeah, bro. Hold on. Let me say this. I'm not finna argue with this idea that money you can't buy people. That's stupid. Yeah, if all things are equal and there's an even playing field, Saban ran circles. You are correct, Nick Geechee. I'm not even gonna argue with you. So yes, but Saban is, if all things being equal, would beat and destroy and was beating and proved. Everybody got the same amount of opportunity. Everybody given the same amount of opportunity and chances. To me, that's a better, more fair system. A lot of people just complained because they couldn't beat him. That's all it was. You just couldn't beat him. So yeah, now you're gonna walk in there and walk in the man's living room and drop $1 million in his mom's bank account. Yeah, then yeah. And that's not even considered illegal anymore. I guess I'm not going to argue with that case, but you're actually making the case that they weren't good enough and now they got to buy people to compete instead of just actually, let's just put the program together, get the kids a scholarship, and let's see. Obviously, you're still going to have the boosters doing what they're going to do. I ain't going to say you didn't have no money, but it wasn't as open as it was, right? Let's just keep it like it used to be, and let's see who wins. Why was USC able to go on their run? Why did Ohio State beat Alabama? Why did Clemson? Why did Dabo Swinney do what he did? Why did Florida State do what they did? Right? So it's programs. Why was Miami good? If it's all about just the SEC and it's other programs.
Did you say was? Did you say was?
I mean, they coming back now. They just coming back.
Okay.
Miami, they just not coming back, right?
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like back in the day, Alabama was just, a middle of the pack good team, top 20 program. They was
wait a minute, sir. Joe Namath came from Alabama. Now that I think about it,
yeah, he did. But I'm talking about after Bear Bryant. Bear Bryant was
I got you.
A freak. But outside of Bear Bryant, we had that Gene Stallings, Miami, Gino Torretta, where he got stripped by old boy from Montgomery. The guy that stripped him. Well, if you're not from Alabama, so you probably don't know this. There's a guy named, I think his name's George Teague. George Teague, I forget I think he played safety for
George
Alabama.
Teague is the guy that hit Terrell Owens when he was on the Cowboys, when he stood on the star.
Oh, well, he from Montgomery, so I ain't surprised.
Hold on. Yeah. Chat.
Yeah, he a Montgomery dude. He a Montgomery dude.
No, wait, I'm looking this up right now. Yeah, that was George Teague. Chat, let me know. Continue your story.
Yeah, so anyway, that team with Gene Stallings, they had a few guys, Stallworth. They had about 4 or 5 like dogs that went in the first round. I think George Teague went to Green Bay.
Wait a minute, this is crazy. Guess where George Teague was born?
Where?
Lansing, Michigan, the capital. But he went to Jefferson Davis.
JD, he played for JD in Montgomery, yeah.
Oh, that's
but the funny thing, but half of y'all up there from Detroit, from down here anyway.
True.
Y'all whole family. I got aunties that went up there and stayed up there for years, bro. Like Detroit and Chicago ain't nothing but Alabama and Mississippi. That's all it is.
You know why that is? It's because of the train routes.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and the same reason why a lot of New Yorkers have VA and North Carolina and South Carolina. And you know who I learned that from? Not George Madison, Joe Madison on Sirius. And I used to like
the Black Eagle.
Yeah, you remember him? Yeah. Oh man, yep. Thank you, Preacher Parks, on that confirming that. But yeah, I got it. Hold on. Let's finish with these young, well knowledgeable guys of today's game.
Yeah, Julio, that's Mobile. That's Mobile. When you say Foley, that's Mobile.
Belongs on the floor all on their own when it comes to the Hall of Fame. I'm saying Deion can't cover in his time or can't cover period, but he should be on the floor all of his own, right?
Oh, they're gonna be loaded with people.
ALT.
So who should be on the top floor? Deion, LT, Joe Montana, Tom Brady, people like that.
Jerry Rice,
Jerry Rice.
Who should be on the bottom?
Jerry Rice.
You got 3 floors, right? Prime them up top. Then you got the second level of people like
I'm dogging Jerry Rice.
Randy Moss.
No, this is what he hold on. Let me let this go through. This is where he's not being open about. You said Deion could not do what he did back then today because these guys are fast. That's what you said. You didn't say he couldn't play today. He could play today. We all know that, right? But you said he wouldn't be the lockdown corner today because of the speed and how these. So you're talking about, you didn't say the rules have changed and he couldn't do what he did. No, you're saying that the speed, that was the number one thing they said.
Oh, I thought you were saying.
See, I thought the man said Randy Moss didn't belong up there. I'm like, what? Is you crazy? Just a misunderstanding. Got it straight though, huh?
That's what I'm saying.
Fitzgerald don't go at the top.
But all of these tiers are gonna be loaded with people either way.
I'm cool with that.
All these tiers gonna be loaded with people either way.
He belong on the second or the first floor.
Second.
He on there with Chris Carter now?
He that
Chris
good.
Carter, Michael Irvin.
Andre Johnson in there?
Yeah, Andre Johnson.
Andre Johnson in there.
I wish he did it longer, but
Megatron.
Damn, Megatron could have been up there though. He just, he stopped. I don't know what it is about Detroit that makes prime athletes and just say they done with it.
Yeah.
When they're at the top of their game.
Top floor. Yeah.
It's something called losing, you buffoon.
Cornerbacks. Rob Woodson, he up there with Prime.
Yeah.
Charles Woodson up there with Prime.
Yeah, they up there.
Yeah. I really wouldn't put them on the same floor with Prime. I ain't lying to you.
But see, people, they don't think it's hate coming from me, but like, I'm sorry, I believe in evolution, bro. Prime wasn't covering the people that these boys are covering either.
He said evolution. He's saying that people have gotten better. And Prime wasn't covering the guys that can do what they did back then, what they do now.
Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead, man.
You know, my number one frustration with the rank and file black man is, and it makes me, because we can't be critical of each other, right? How else are you supposed to improve if someone doesn't critical of you, right? I'm being dead serious. And I used to temper my criticism or whatever because I realized that Negroes are very sensitive. And I'm talking about Negro males here. It has nothing to do with females, right? And I've come to realize that, what did I say, stupid? I forget what I said, but you ask many black men, why do you think what you think? And it's going to be a surface level response. Then you ask them to go a couple layers deeper. Then it's, why you ask me on, then it's, how dare you come at me to justify, I think what I think, or it is what it is, whatever. That's why that expression, I never heard the term it is what it is outside of the black community, number one. I've never heard that, whatever, right? And I know you guys listening who are all sensitive to any criticism of black people, wipe your tears. I don't give a shit. Why I don't like blabbermouths like this is that he can't explain his definitions. He just said that they couldn't play.
He said, I believe in evolution. When you say you believe
that's what triggered me.
When you say evolution, what you're trying to say is that they're getting stronger and faster. That's basically what he about to be saying right here.
Man, everybody.
And they always say it.
Every week. Every team got a dude or two that will bust your ass. Prime was a superior.
He could still ball.
Prime is like Jordan to me. What I mean by that is he's in a
Prime is like Jordan to me. Jordan. Motherfucking Michael Jeffrey.
Yeah, but Michael Jordan will dominate any era. And that's what that's not what you about to say.
Jordan.
That's not what you about to say.
Shit. Boy, I just insulted.
He's gonna take. He took Jordan down a peg by saying this. Now he's trying to fix it because he got embarrassed. Watch this.
The shit out that man, comparing him to Michael Jeffrey Jordan, who most say is the greatest basketball player of all time.
In the era, Prime was a superior.
He could
Prime is like Jordan to me. What I mean by that is he's in an era where he's a fucking alien or somebody from the future that was dropped off in the wrong time.
But he could come in this time.
Yeah, because he can ball in this
time. Because he can ball in this time. Because he can ball in this.
What you saying is they can get 20 points, 25 points. They'll just be another good guy on a team. They won't be what they were. It's a sleight of hand that you're doing, right? If you say Michael Jordan was the first of his kind, You trying to tell me Anthony Edwards is Michael Jordan? You trying to tell me Steph Curry can do what Michael Jordan did? You trying to tell me LeBron James can do what Michael Jordan did? You trying to tell me that these guys can dominate like Michael Jordan did on both ends of the court, defensively and lead the league in scoring? Ain't nobody leading the league in scoring today in first team all defense. Ain't too many guys like that. I can't count them. Mike did it 10 times. I can't. See what I'm saying? Mike, think about it this way. Mike won his first MVP and his last MVP in like a 11, 12 year, like something like 10, 11 years apart.
Hold on a second. Mike won his
So
first
hold on.
MVP.
So when you talk about a peak, when was the last time LeBron James won an MVP?
No.
When was the last time LeBron James was first team all defense? And he wasn't even first. He wasn't even on an all defensive team in his 30s. Period.
Last time LeBron James was Defensive Player of the Year, like Jordan.
So so when you say he wouldn't be Michael Jordan, you saying, well, he Michael Jordan to me. Don't try to fix it, bro. What you said was, hold on. What he said was Michael Jordan would be good today, but he wouldn't be the Michael Jordan he was because he was in an era where they never saw anybody like him. I got homeboys that told me that Michael Jordan was the first. I'm like, bro, it ain't no any nigga doing what Mike did. You just can't find a nigga do what the closest thing we saw that could do what Mike did was Kobe Bean.
I'm gonna say this though. He's trying to make it like, and you may take this as an insult, and it's not, but just follow me. He's trying to make it like fucking Jordan was the Monstars versus the NBA, and that those other guys were just basically they were basically carrying wheelbarrows while Jordan had a fully electronic thing. I'm not saying Jordan wasn't the best of his era, but the talent gap wasn't like that. Like they're trying to misrepresent it as, is what I'm saying. I think a lot of Jordan's great scoring ability just came to his will and his skill and his ability to, you see what I'm saying? I mean, he's trying to make it
Mike, look, man, Mike, there's a guy self-researched YouTube, NBA Facts or whatever. That's his channel.
Okay.
Self-researched NBA Facts. He does all the work that ESPN won't do. He goes and he looks at all of the statistics. Mike is way better than what we think. When I say this, I'm not trying to, I'm a Michael Jordan fan, right? But what I'm saying is, if you look at Michael Jordan, like just this morning, there was a video I watched just this morning, bro, where the dude went through and showed Michael Jordan's, what did he say? It's a bunch of videos with this guy, man, where he just goes, here it is.
Well, let me say this. You're telling me that the second best player next to Michael Jordan from his 80s run to his 90s run. So who would that second? Larry Bird, maybe, okay, in the 80s.
Okay, so you know the game. Are you familiar with the game score stat?
No.
Game score is a stat. It's like a percentage thing, right? Michael Jordan has the greatest game score stat in playoffs ever. These are just little weird little stats. This dude does all the little inconvenient. There's a reason people consider Michael Jordan Michael Jordan. It's not.
I'm not saying that.
It's not just scoring 30 and dunking on people. That's what they think.
Well, no.
Jordan's level of let me get it out. Jordan's dominance was at a level we have never seen.
I'm not.
And so when they talk about these guys today, there's nobody dominating like Mike did. You got guys offensively trying to catch him like Luka or like Jokic. They not on the defensive end being first team all defense though.
Well, let me clarify. They're trying to make it like the league was fucking trash, and then this one guy appeared, and he was just leaps and bounds ahead of everyone.
Beat all these 50 wins. 50
what I'm saying is that I could take the 10th best guy then, and I can not only stick him in this era, that 10th guy will probably dominate more. In other words, they're minimizing the league to try to prop him up. I'm talking about these guys. I'm not saying you. I'm saying they're trying to. Now, that doesn't take away from his dominance of the league, because I literally believe that Jordan in this modern era would average between 40 and 50. And I said average. And why do I say that? Because we have a precedent of somebody averaging 50. In Wilt Chamberlain, I know what people's first number one thing they say. He was playing against white boys. So there's some truth to that. There's also, number one, those white boys will still bust most people's ass nowadays, number one, if you believe that. Number two, when I name every best player of the team at the time, from Hal Reed to Bill Russell to Casey Jones to Sam, I can't think of Sam's last name right now, to Elgin Baylor, these guys weren't fucking scrubs. And that's what they try to make it. And this is what these young guys miss, is what I'm just getting at. It's that, man, they try to make everything focus on one person.
Well, it ain't just that, bro. I mean, you could take a obscure guy like Nick Van Exel, right? Go just go look up at Nick Van Exel and the way he played the game, and find the guy that played like that today. Go look up. Hold on. Go look up Penny Hardaway. First team All NBA Penny Hardaway. First team All NBA Grant Hill. Find me guys that played like that today.
You naming all-stars. You naming all-stars, though. Look up Rod Strickland.
Yeah.
You know, maybe Kyrie. Maybe Kyrie plays like
I'll give you Kyrie, but that's what I'm saying, though. Like Kyrie's an all-star now.
Right.
Rod Strickland was just a good player. Dog, let's take Kenny Anderson, and put him in today's NBA. Another guy we probably don't even think is that good. James Hollywood Robinson from Alabama that played for Portland, right? In the wrong era.
Mm-hmm.
If you put Hollywood Robinson in the NBA today, I mean, I'm sorry, I think he's better than Dame. I think he's better than Dame Lillard.
Yeah, I got a better one for you. And I want you to watch this video, and because he doesn't get his credit. Vinny the Microwave Johnson. Never an all-star. Arguably, when you see this video, this montage of him, and maybe because I've probably seen damn near every one of his games in Detroit, they went into his college. The dude was averaging 30 in college. Man, I never knew that, right? I'm saying, man, it's sort of, let's just go back to the Brian.
We don't look at certain guys. It's this channel I follow on my other account, and this guy goes back and interviews guys from the 80s and the 90s, and these guys talk about the skill level, and they name dudes I ain't never heard of, and they show their highlights. Magic Johnson and what's his name talk about this guy. I forget his name. I watched the video yesterday.
Andrew Toney?
No, it's a guy. I'm gonna play it, but the guy was like some guy that you've never heard of. He was just like, man, this dude's talent level to where what's the name said they feared him.
You gotta. I'm surprised it's not Andrew Toney. You gotta get.
No, your boy said he was literally afraid to go against the guy. The guy was that damn like fierce of a competitor that he would be afraid. Like, man, and this is Isaiah saying, man, this dude was hell, man. Like, you gotta understand who Isaiah Thomas is to even say. Here it is, right here. Listen to this.
From your era, Michael Ray Richardson.
Man.
Well, he was the sugar man. You know, he was Sugar Ray. I mean, he was sweet. You know, no moment or no stage was too big for him. 6'6", fast. I mean, just fearless.
Probably one of the sweetest players at a sugary game and sweet as far as getting it done on the court.
Michael used to.
Dude, that's Michael Cooper talking.
Triple-double waiting to happen. Just did everything.
Triple-double waiting to happen.
Hey, man, I remember.
We don't even talk about these guys, and we act like these guys. So hold on. You got the two greatest point guards of all time saying that this guy gave them trouble. And you telling me that if you came in a day where he wouldn't get hand checking, they can't hand check. He's 6'6" and athletic now.
So I was in.
You telling me he wouldn't bust these niggas' ass today?
I was in 7th grade. He got traded from the Knicks to the Nets, and he was a part of the team. So, damn it, we're gonna get too much sports so well. I think that the 1983 Philadelphia 76ers is the most dominant team throughout one season I've ever seen. And people say, well, what about the 2001 Lakers? I'm like, they are a 1B. But throughout a season, this team literally did the whole Moses Malone, they lost only one game throughout the playoffs and the championship, and they swept the Lakers, right? But the next year, when they were supposed to repeat, it was, I forget what happened. Somebody got injured. It was Barkley's rookie year also the next season, 84-85. Man, it was Michael Ray Richardson's team who beat back then, which it should be, first rounds was best out of 3, right? Imagine. No wonder NBA action was fantastic back then. No, I'm sorry. It was best out of 5. I'll take that back. It was best out of 5, which it should be. And Michael Ray Richardson, I'm going to look up these stats right now. I swear to God, the Zoo averaged like 25. And back then, if we all know they lax on the rules in playoffs nowadays, imagine back then. Back then, with hand checking, you can do whatever. You know, it was tough. And this dude was just
go to the foul and go through the lane and get clotheslined. I'm just trying to understand. I want people to understand what I'm talking about. You could physically get clotheslined. Like the Knicks clothesline. I remember what's his name turned around and Charles Oakley caught his ass across the chest.
On the
Bill
Bulls?
Cartwright. Bill Cartwright was just trying to go up that ugly shot he be doing.
Yeah.
Man, that nigga Oakley wasn't going for the ball. He just turned around, bitch. Boom! Hit him straight across the chest. All I saw was tennis shoes in there. Flipped him straight. He went down neck and back first. Boom. Got up like you better not want to fight because I'm ready. Like, and then you got that Barkley. Barkley said, I forget the dude that fought Daryl Dawkins. I forget his name.
Maurice Lucas.
Man, he said, man, and this dude had Barkley shook. Right? Barkley, they said the dude hit him. Barkley was kind of scared. He went over to Moses Malone. Moses wasn't scared of nobody.
Right.
So he said, man, what's the name? Hit me, man. What you think? He said, man, hit him, man. He said, man, y'all go. What you think? He said, man, don't worry about it, man. Just trust me. Just hit him back. Right? Barkley said the next play he went down there and hit him. He said the dude got up, smiled at him, and said, all right, young buck, welcome to the NBA. I just wanted to see what you was gonna do. Like this how they played back then.
Yeah.
This is how they played, bro. And speaking of fighting, Xavier McDaniel fought Dale Ellis.
Man,
the types of fights, bro. What's that guy? Vernon Maxwell got in a fight with Gary Payton. It got real ugly, man. It went on for a while. I'm talking about we talking about them fights where they stop, then they fighting again, then they stop, then they fighting again. That type of we talking a long history.
Let me stop you right there.
Dirty fighting, man.
You just named 3 guards, right? Or I'm sorry, 2 guards. Vernon Maxwell and Gary Payton. Name and listen, I still watch the league as much as I complain about it. I can't think of any guard nowadays that plays with that kind of intensity.
No,
whereas it shows in their game, it shows in their D, and it shows in their personality.
Bro, think about it this way. You got guys this league in the league now that take games off to rest, right? Vernon Maxwell wasn't missing a game. You just saw the clip last week with Bubba Chuck was talking like, man, ain't no way in the world I'm missing the game, man. We got a game. Look, I rest in practice.
It was so pleasant to hear that. And
he's like, I'm gonna rest in practice, but ain't no way in the world. We got a game, man. This count, and you gonna make me just rest? I ain't resting. And think about it. What do they say about Allen Iverson? They say he left his heart on the court. He gave everything he had. Right? That's what made Iverson, right? Was that he kept coming. He didn't quit. He didn't care how big you was. He gonna give you all he got, right? Kobe, same thing. These guys today, they gonna rest, right?
Whoa.
They gonna play 20 minutes. If they play for real, they gonna rest. They gonna get their little stats, and then they gonna go sit down, right? And so what I'm saying is, if you take these guys today, and you tell me that you got a guy that can come up here that's gonna play that level of, because what did Vernon Maxwell say? He said Michael Jordan coming to town. Wasn't no okay, I'm gonna rest. Them niggas will take a game off. Oh, well, Mike coming, we gonna rest. No, that nigga was like, I'm gonna go home. He said, ain't no partying. I'm going home. I'm gonna put my legs up. I'm resting because that nigga ain't finna embarrass me. That's what he said.
Let me ask you this question overall on what we're discussing and with these guys here. I think that there is a strong connection between the disrespect between the generations, basically what they think about the elders. And I think that comes out. I couldn't even fix my mouth to say something about Bill Russell negative. My father would have probably slapped
Yeah, I said,
Yeah. By the way, that blue jean jacket you got on is cold. But
yeah.
Now, No, I'm just saying. No, you got the fucking Camp Low look and shit.
Yeah, that's my modeling days there, man.
Yeah. No,
this
so
is my modeling day. This is my little modeling look, y'all.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What I was getting at though is that I think that O-Dog could probably flush this out even better than me here, in that when you have a disconnected source, I either like case in point, we're from the generation Mrs. Sub-Zero, Mr. Sub-Zero, how you doing? I see my boy or I see my boys' kids calling their parents. I'm like, you allow that? Like, I'll be damned if some freaking 15-year-old go, hey, Tice, what's up? It's Mr. Tice to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And people say, well, what they got to do with, because you all have no respect or limited respect. Look, and let me be clear about this, because we did this on one of your shows maybe 2 years ago. I also blame people like the Jim Jones and the football coaches or of these youth leagues. You know, think about the lack of discipline that we see. And, you know, in football, AAU, like you wouldn't even think about sending your son to AAU at this point, would you?
I mean, if I'm trying to get him exposed, I would.
But you know what I'm saying. There's other ways though but yeah.
I mean, yeah, most of what I do now, I will be the one. I'm not paying some coach to show him how to do some fancy drills. I can do that. I'm gonna show him how to really score for real and play good ball. Then I'm gonna have him learn how to pass, play defense. Those are the things that the fundamentals.
So
that's what gets you off the bench.
Right. I appreciate that, Owen Preacher. And what I'm saying is that, listen, I'm saying default to respect your elders, but also do your research, because you'll realize, because now I'm at the age where I recognize a lot of those lessons that my parents told me were
But you got to understand and respect people. Like, this is the thing. I think the civil rights movement was bad, negative for black people, right? My views have really morphed a little bit since last time I had this channel. But the thing is, if you look at it, I have to respect people that, like, for example, I don't, my parents did the Montgomery bus boycott, right? My mom, my uncle organized a free taxi service for black folks in Montgomery at like 16 years old. He did this. He's 16 when he did it. He's 90 some odd years old now. He was the oldest brother out of all my dad's brothers. He's still alive. And then you got him, you got, I'm from Montgomery, so you saw different things. Like my mom told me, my dad they would jump on you if they saw a black person riding the bus. Do I agree with no, I don't. But what I'm saying is,
I know what you're getting at.
If they saw a black person on the bus, they would stomp you out. Like, there's certain things, like when I see a guy like JJ Redick go after Dolph Schayes that played in the 1950s.
Oh no, Dolph, his father. I was thinking of Danny. Yeah,
Dolph Schayes. So you're talking maybe 1950s?
50s, yeah.
So you're talking about a guy that came up in the Great Depression.
I think it's
think
quite
about it. Hold on, I'm saying you got a guy who was around during World War II. He grew up as a kid talking about the war effort. You got people that think like that, and then you gonna come along 50, 60, 70, 80 years later, talking about, but Dolph Schayes is not a top 75 player. I would be better than him. Hold on, let me get it out. Dolph Schayes came up in an era where you had 2 and 3 basketball gyms in the whole damn city. Basketball was like a little side sport that people played.
Right.
It's like it was like, I ain't gonna even call it MMA. MMA is bigger than how basketball was back then. Basketball would be like,
no, what MMA was in the 90s.
Yeah. Like something like, it's just like a little, basically what we would probably call hockey right now.
Or
like
niche sport.
Because hockey's died. I say MMA has surpassed hockey, right? And so that's where basketball was. So it's not something that everybody talks about. We don't watch it on TV. Because back then, during what was big, horse racing and boxing. So for somebody to come along in that era where everybody was running, even baseball was bigger. And for him to go play basketball in an era where they didn't really invest as much into it, you got to understand what you're talking about. So don't talk about Bill Russell. Don't talk about Wilt Chamberlain. Don't talk about these guys that came up and built this game up to the point where Wilt Chamberlain was the first guy to make $100,000. Magic was the first guy to make $1 million. right? So for us to even get to where we are now, to where you guys can make a scrub can get $60 million on a contract, and you just the guy that takes the most shots on a low level team, but you getting $55 million a year. You standing on the shoulders of greats, of giants that came before you, who rode the bus to their games. They rode 12-hour bus rides.
And hold on a second. And to continue that great point you made, this is why I absolutely despise people like JJ Redick, in that you call this man a plumber. First of all, I've been doing some research on World War II from the not from the military perspective, but from the people. Man, I don't know if anybody here could have gone to World War II, man, and what these guys saw and had to give up, and there was no guarantee.
They were 18, 17, 18 years old.
Right. I mean, right. To do that, and then
almost certain death. Like they was like, crazy, bro.
Now, you criticize a man having 2 jobs and they were plumbers. I look at that. That is greater than you waking up in your plush satin sheet, shout out Marvin Hagler, going to some ultra fancy facility, doing these controlled workouts, and then you get to go back and sleep, eat, call up your broads, and then play. Yeah, that man who's a plumber, who sells, give me that guy. Give me that guy. Because I know if that guy gets all of your access to this thing, he will supersede you. You see what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
Dude, I've worked 2 jobs before in my youth or whatever, where I had to, because I didn't have a car, I had to ride a bike there, man. And it made me more resilient, man. But oh, shit. Oh, if you want to expound upon this, welcome, man. I'm sure you were fiending at the mouth. What's good? Long time no hear.
Oh, dog.
What up?
Ain't nothing.
Yeah, I think the problem, the main problem is that we just don't have any more teachers, because you watch a basketball game now, then you watch a basketball game in the 60s. If you're unlearned, you're not going to know what you're looking at. You're not going to see how much the NBA court now is so spread out. You know, you're not going to see all the freedom of movement. Back in the 60s, they didn't have a 3-point line, so there was no need to camp out all the way out there. You know, there was no need to, quote unquote, extend the defense. You know, so I think that's just the problem. Like, there's no teachers. There's no teachers anywhere. Sports, I say this, that sports is just it symbolizes how much the goods and services, or the quality of goods and services in the culture has gone down. Because in the 90s, you know, sports was just at its apex as far as competitiveness, talent, marketing. You know, just there was a culture of customer service back then. You know, that old saying that the customer's always right. You know, you go to work to serve the customers. It's like Michael Jordan said that he doesn't want to miss a game because, you know, there's some guy that spent all of his money and this is the only time he's ever going to see Michael Jordan play. Guys like that don't think like that today. I remember in 2020, they were bitching and complaining because their feelings got hurt about the George Floyd situation. And they were like, well, we're over here going through stuff. We got mental health problems, and y'all want us just to play to entertain you? And, you know, my response is like, yes, because that's your job. That is your job. Like, nobody else gets to say, oh, I'm having a mental health breakdown, so I'm not going to go to work, and I'm not going to go to work just to serve the paying public. Nobody says that. You know, these guys today are out of touch. They're not humble. They don't appreciate what they have. They shit on the guys that came before them. I don't know, man. It's really.
Do you think that I remember Jason Williams, the one who jumped in the pool, had said that he thinks he's the last NBA player to have had an actual job before he got into college. Do you think even just now many of these guys don't even work. Well, like my cousins.
Oh, nah. If you're talking about a top 100 player, no.
Brandon Roy had a job.
Well, but how about this? It's more rarer if they've had a job or if they were working.
If they got a job, it's a family business and they just need some pocket change. But
nah, right. Brandon Roy didn't know if he was going to go to college, so he had to have he worked on the docks.
Yeah, but Brandon Roy is from a whole. That's damn near Generation X.
Nah, Brandon Roy my age or a little bit older. He's probably my age.
I hate what happened to him. Oh, by the way, I have some news for you guys. One of my cousins, he had a deeper tear. That the Miami Dolphins figured out, but they said when you get healthy again, we're gonna check you out. Meantime, he signed to a Canadian team.
Oh, so, that's good. That's good.
It's a good start. He showed me his bank account, not from whatever. I'm like, they gave you that much money? He's like, no, this is what I got from college. And I'm like, I said, are you still going to work? He's like, I probably will, and train. But I just wanted to share that with you. Because I remember he worked at Burger King. I said, you're going to enjoy this job much more than you ever think. He's like, I'm just tired of asking my daddy, my uncle for money, Whereas nowadays, that entitled, I think these guys, I know it's easy to pick on them, but they make it so easy. They want to be Instagram stars and smash these and smash.
Bro, if you're a top 50 player and they think you're going to the NBA, just where I'm from, like when I played ball, I don't know about you, Odog. When I played ball, if you was the guy I know that was a top 75 player, money come your way, bro. Today it would be even worse. Drug dealers take care of guys like that, like where I'm from. Like if you a good basketball player, and I ain't even talking about guys that's ranked. I'm talking about guys that just were good. They didn't have to work. Guys bought them Jordans. Like the drug dealers bought Jordans. Guys will be on the team and get boxes of Jordan. I'll be at the gym watching them. They'll be like, hey, man, see here. They'll just bring the bags in there and give them to them. I sat there and watched it.
Yeah,
they wouldn't invest in me like that, but the guys that they felt like were gonna be good, they never bought. They never had to work for nothing.
Yeah, that's like on Above the Rim when when Birdie was giving him all those gifts, and then at the end he gave it all back, and then Birdie said, "You think all this came for nothing?"
Yeah,
So yeah, you it's a good thing they didn't give you all that money.
Yeah, they yeah, that's the thing that happened. That was behind Chris Webber.
It's actually funny you say that because that actually happened to a guy that was pretty good. I ain't gonna go into the whole story, but he got caught up because he was real good. He played on a little church league team, and he went to college. He got hurt, came home one summer, worked with them a little bit, and they got him. He got kind of pulled into that game, man. So
that's sad. I was gonna say that's what happened with Chris. They've since made up, and they should. We're all in our 50s now. But Chris Webber and Jalen Rose, Ed Martin was the booster. He was giving more money to Chris Webber than he was Jalen. But then when Chris Webber, and I still say to this day, what Chris Webber did, it really messed him up. The town is the town now, but those of us, we were like, Chris Webber's a fuck dude for doing that. He basically was like, he threw Ed under the bus, saying that he took some money from him, but he was trying to manipulate a kid who didn't have nothing and all of this. And Jalen was like, you gonna do that to Ed? Ed took care of all of us.
Man, Chris Webber's from a middle-class family.
Not only that, old dog. He's from a regular middle-class family, but he went to Country Day, man. It is a boarding school. And the fact that I saw Chris Webber's apartment, I was actually in there because he used to do parties and shit in college, man. Hell, Chris Webber's place then was probably better than my place.
No. Jason Whitlock talked about Jalen Rose. He said Jalen Rose was living nice.
That's what they all.
Hey, like this. Y'all remember Randy Livingston from LSU?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Randy Livingston was the #1 player in the country, signed with LSU. My boy that was number 75 in the country signed with LSU. He came back that summer in 1994. Was it summer 1993? He came back that summer because his mama had cancer and all that situation. And he told me, he said, man, dude, he said his little brother Randy Livingston brother had a townhouse, a brand new Grand Cherokee. They had all types of money. He said, man, them niggas having like thousands of dollars cash. They'll be buying chains and ropes. This was what they was doing at LSU before the season started. So, miss me with that, man. These guys had money. That story that he tells about, man, I saw my jersey and I couldn't even buy a slice of pizza. Like, nigga, stop lying.
That was such bull BS. And Mitch Albom, that's why, by the way, that's why Jason Whitlock cannot stand Mitch Albom. Mitch Albom was a Detroit columnist, and Whitlock was working for the Ann Arbor Pioneer back then. Ann Arbor is the city where Michigan is. And it's like, I mean, we're talking like borderline high school type paper, right? So, yeah, man, because but Mitch Albom was covering for him. Oh, these jerseys are selling for this and this. And I'm like, man, they all had Ford Explorers. This is before Land Cruisers took off. So if you had a Ford Explorer in 1992 and it's brand new, you're like the shiznit.
Yeah. Yeah. They had it, bro. That's why when I sit and hear these stories of like paying, I always felt like paying the players was going to mess up the game. And I think that's how I feel about it.
Well, you're right.
I think paying the players, this is the thing. I don't mind players getting money. I mind the amount of money you give them. Like, let's give these players $150,000, $200,000. Okay, cool. That's a comfortable living, right? That's enough money for a college kid who's living in a doggone campus apartment to live very well, right? But when you start talking about millions of dollars, now when the strength coach who's making $80,000 comes try to tell him, "Hey man, we got to be up there at 5:00," he gonna be like, "Nigga, I can buy you." These are kids, man.
Oh,
Listen, Deion said that. He said, man, when you tell a kid that's got millions of dollars before he ever got out of 10, I'm not talking about 12th grade. You got kids getting millions of dollars in the 11th grade now. Like it's getting going out in 9th grade, 10th grade, starting to get in offers, right? So you got kids like that getting money already. By the time this kid get to high school, his head is already ruined. You should protect these kids from themselves. Because if you gave me, I'm going to tell you right now, if you'd have gave me that type of money at that age, I always say I would have started a strip club and I'd have tried to sleep with every stripper in there. I'd have probably had a baby with every stripper in the Dunn Club. I would have.
I was going to just add, this not only applies to the black athletes, but it applies to the weak-ass Arch Mannings, too.
Whoa. Hold on there.
I'm sorry. Oh, I know that's your horns. You ain't happy. You ain't happy with that guy.
No. I'm upset with Sark. Sark is the problem. Okay. Sarkisian is the problem.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't. The last week against Oklahoma was the first time I seen him make adjustments in his whole tenure with Texas. But carry on. I just had to give you a hard time about that.
Look, man, I gotta go. I gotta go up into my son's school to get some paperwork. He's at home.
Welcome back with your channel. I'm gonna enjoy binging on your old content.
I gotta pull it back down myself before they try to snatch it again.
I want to see the one. I hope I find where when you went off on Jason Black and the street, not street nigga, thugs are the warrior, or the thugs are the warrior class of the black community.
Oh man,
I can't wait to find that episode.
Yeah, that's one of my that's not a live. That's just a regular video. That's not even a live there. That's like one of my oldest videos. Like we talking like probably the first 6 months of being on YouTube. But yeah, I remember that.
All right, fellas.
And I told the story this dude getting beat up when I was in high school. This dude beat the brakes off one of these little thug niggas because he thought, here it is right, thugs demystified. Yeah.
You found
8 years ago.
Okay,
yeah, I found it. I'm gonna put it in the chat. I'm gonna put it in the chat.
All right, man. All right. Hopefully I'll see you.
God bless, guys.
All right, guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna be back, man. Let me go ahead and get on up here, man. I'll see y'all. Y'all have a good one.